This is Roguescaper, or Rogue Idealist as I'm more commonly known, accompanied today with my supposed sister and accompanying ally.
Supposed.
Goes by Wayward Notions. Artist in of itself and a good friend of mine. So today we're going to be doing another tier list. We're going to try to make a commitment to do this at least once a month. Loosely said, once a month.
Air quotes over nothing.
And but yeah, today, after a lot of work, a lot of prep time on my part, we're going to rank the Heroscape figures in terms solely based on aesthetics.
Can we do feel as well?
Yeah, so
okay.
The way I describe aesthetics is we're going to break this down so it helps us have a grading metric of just sculpt.
Okay.
Just what the sculpt is, bad sculpt, good sculpt.
Like quality or like design, or is it like a good?
So for those that don't know, Heroscape is a board game from the early to mid 2000s. Has lots of figures and characters, kind of like similar to other games, miniature-based war games, but they all came pre-painted, and they're bringing it back. So I'm very excited about that. I do a lot of Heroscape content here on this channel. I've usually asked and dragged you along to play with me.
Oh yeah, we played a ton growing up.
I played a lot growing up. I beat you a lot. You would win because you're better at rolling dice, and I would win because I'm better at strategy. I actually still have our book of all our battles.
You do?
It's on that shelf over there. Maybe we'll have to look through
Yes.
it. But we would go through a battle when we'd name the battle. So there's one I specifically remember called Derek's Day, where a D-tier character, a mid-tier character,
named Durek or whatever.
Durek and Burchard. I had like 10 people left. And Derek just,
went around and stabbed all of them.
Stabbed everyone.
And I won.
Yeah, and
it was Derek's Day.
His name is Dark, but no one minds.
I purposely called him Derek, knowing that.
And so she's an art teacher in of herself. So I value her artistic eye in this. A bit of an unbiased opinion because I don't think you remember any stats or abilities or.
No, I don't.
You know vaguely what people do, but you're not. It's not. I don't think it's going to sway your decision. So, we're going to discuss this. We're going to try to reach some common ground in figures. Try to create a somewhat objective tier list of how these figures look. We do have a painted gallery of my brother-in-law
of our spouses
and my wife in the background, who may occasionally chime in just to put their 2 cents in.
Just to make fun of us.
Just to make fun of us. So when we get doing this, there's 149 characters. If we don't get through it all, we'll make this a 2-parter. But anything else you need to say? Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm ready for nostalgia.
All right, so.
So many things to look at. Okay.
It's ADHD paradise right here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go through.
I have it pulled up on my phone too.
I don't have the tier list pulled up. That's kind of the important part of this. Actually, you look at it on your. Let me get the tier list pulled up here. Because I just realized that's the part we need.
Let's see. I remember, because I would come home. You would come home from like work or college. You worked at Taco Bell at the time, and we would just like play Heroscape. We eventually moved to a game called Smash Up, but we would play Heroscape like every single day.
Smash Up filled the same void in our life.
Yeah, it did.
Just a bunch of random things fighting that it shouldn't. Let me pull up our tier list, which I realize is an important part of a tier list.
Tier list stream.
That would have been hilarious.
We would just have to remember them.
I mean, I probably could, but
I could not.
But I couldn't remember my ranking of them for
sure.
Log in.
I remember I would play with you and you would train me because you wanted a worthy adversary. And so I was like, all right, I'm okay losing because I'll win consistently one day. So we played a lot of Heroscape.
We did play a lot.
I was actually drawing some Heroscape. I was drawing Sonlin because he's great, but I was drawing him today just to.
Sonlin's going to get a pretty high ranking.
I love
spoilers, but
Sonlin. He's so cool. He was always like the first one we would pick. Oh, you have it all up here?
I did a lot of prep work, so If anyone wants to make their own Heroscape tier list, I can put that in the description. I probably should have done that. But you can just look up here's
oh my goodness, that's so much work, bro.
Yes, I was up to 4:30 last night. Heroscape figures tier list maker. And you'll be able to find it.
Oh, this is childhood. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be able to look at the figures. So a couple rules.
Okay.
We're gonna judge these characters based on sculpt, like just how it looks.
Yeah.
Colorization.
Okay.
And presence. Presence is kind of that intangible. How do you feel when you see that on the battlefield? That's kind of where your personal opinion can add to it, and that's how we'll evaluate.
Where does nostalgia go?
That's the presence.
Okay.
So that would kind of be like, oh, I would love this character.
He's hideous, but I love him.
Yeah, we're not judging any characters based on stats or abilities.
Okay.
A character that may be S tier may look like garbage and will be at the bottom. And squads are judged as a whole unit.
Oh, okay.
So that might, there's a couple squads with unique that might bring them down a couple notches, even though the other couple figures are good.
Okay.
I don't have all the squads listed here, but I will have a video showcasing if I can get this all working.
Are we applying backstories of the characters or just visuals?
Primarily just visuals.
Because I remember only one backstory.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to remember Kumiko's backstory because I don't remember it. I did all this and I had to go back and videotape Kumiko again after I put it all back because no one remembers Kumiko.
She like 10 points.
Hey, welcome to the chat.
Hello.
We are making a tier list of the aesthetics of Heroscape, classic Heroscape figures. That's kind of what I've been working on. It's been 3 projects leading up to this.
It's been very impressive.
I'm joined by my sister and art teacher to help weigh in on this. So, wayward notions, and we're about ready to pull up the tier list here.
Yep, I have it pulled up on my iPhone, and just looking at these characters is just bringing back childhood memories.
These characters ooze nostalgia. They're bringing the game back, and definitely different designs.
Yeah.
It's more for the modern era. I'm not like, I have one of at least everything. So we'll probably talk about this. We'll come to it, but there is one character that got kind of chewed up by a dog, and it's not good enough of a character to spend $30 buying a new one. I 3D printed the character, but in the video, it haunts me to this day.
D for dog tier.
It doesn't have legs and it's glued onto its face. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate those photos. Yeah, I spent a little bit too long on that, but I'll get to the D&D and Marvel stuff, but I just don't have a couple of the D&D figures, so I didn't want to... Oh, yeah, I'm going to be on a podcast.
Oh, that's so cool. I saw the last one you were in. That was really well done.
Hopefully no one tries to break in this time.
Yeah.
Let me get this tier list set up right here.
The skills.
Oh, there's an ad, but we should be good. There's not going to be much room for us after all this is done here, but...
No, we don't. We're not important. Heroscape is important.
That's true. That has never been a true statement. Let me...
Yeah, we don't need to see yourself. Well, I could have it. We put there.
I need 2 screens.
Yeah, you do.
All right, so we're just going to go through. I think these are in alphabetical order. And let's get into it. Oh, let me get rid of my tab bar so we get more of the screen. There we go. I think that should be big enough. I wish we put a green screen behind us.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool. But then we would have missed all your cool things.
That's true.
Your office has a very good aesthetic.
Let's hope. Yes, I agree. All right, let's get to... So I don't think I'll be able to look at this. I do need 2 screens going, but let's see. Let's just get this all going. So here we have, just starting off, a sliding view of all the figures. So you can kind of get just how they look in the board.
That's so impressive. Did you have them all facing the camera?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, bro. It looks really good.
It was. That's a whole castle I built behind it.
Yeah.
Like,
I love how those are mostly the classic pieces from the castle too.
Yeah.
How long have you been because you've moved a lot. So
I've lived in 16 different houses in my life. Actually, no, probably more than that after I became an adult. But as a child, I've had my first box since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, surprisingly, my parents were... All right, so we come to the first one. I'll go into the backstory first. My parents always mistreated board games.
Yeah, our Disney Monopoly
we had
game.
Disney Monopoly.
It was so sad.
And the sight of the board always gave me such anguish because I loved board games. I love games.
We had the hat and half of a board
The
left.
hat wasn't even a character in the Disney Monopoly.
No.
All the cards were mixed together. It gives me an aneurysm.
It was like Uno cards.
Yeah. So I've resolved that all my games would be excellent condition. I have kids and they like to find a box and dump it out, but but usually after that point, they're all tip-top shape. All right, so starting off, we have the 4th Massachusetts line.
They are blue.
So
let's see.
I like how they all have different sculpts. I think
Yeah, they all got like
Squad,
different hair.
Different
some
posing.
I think they're fine. This guy's got mustache.
I do like the orange mustache guy.
Yeah.
And the blonde guy. I don't like the other two.
No,
as
his jaw's too powerful.
But they look really good.
Like, yeah.
That blue looks really nice against the tile. They all have different poses, which I kind of... Oh, spoilies. Which I kind of give them credit for.
Yeah, like, I like all the little attention to details, like the water pack, and so, like, these are old figures, but even still, a lot of the details hold up really well. I wouldn't say, like, this is no, like, S tier, but I think it's...
It doesn't fill me with rage. I say
yeah,
it's a good B.
B tier, B, C tier.
They look good. The colors match. They look good on the blue Jandar card. Yeah, I say
I think
B
these are
tier
fine.
is a good...
I would say C tier just because I think they're fine, but I think there's a lot of ones that are better, but I would not be angry if it was in B tier. They've got fun hats.
Oh, I can't do it here. Yeah, they can't see it. They don't care.
Formatting.
Yeah, should I do it here? Is that better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I don't think they're C tier.
For some reason, I don't like them as much.
Close up, they do lose some charm.
Yeah.
All right, so
I like the red ones better than these ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna make them like high C tier.
High C tier. We'll give it a C plus.
C plus,
but not a minus because minuses are made up.
C for continent of America.
Yeah.
All right. So
next
after these is the red coats. Now I like these guys.
I always really like. You played these guys a lot, and you always beat me.
Really good army if you play with it.
I liked these guys. I like their bright red coats and how not hit. This guy looked like he saw a ghost. I love it.
I don't know. I
like
wish they all had different poses.
Yeah.
Like the ones, but.
The
red and the black does look a lot
you gotta
better
love
than the
it.
sloppy white on them.
Yeah. And they all have the same hair. Like, I think the individuality of the other ones are better, but I just like these ones more.
I like the bayonets.
Also, they have backpacks.
That's true.
You can't go wrong with backpacks.
That's true. Low B tier?
I'd say low B tier,
low
yeah.
B tier. All right. Just pile in the room.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's next. Okay.
Okay, so this guy is going to jump up from his card ranking, I think, because he's pretty cool. So next up we have Akalar.
Okay.
I'm going to pronounce that right.
Okay, so I remember playing him. I like his big lettuce.
Yes, he's got a big thing of cabbage.
He's
proud of it.
But it's symbolic
his
lettuce.
Presence
is so powerful.
He just stands out. He
can rock a neon green jumpsuit and still be really cool.
Like, the face kind of isn't the best. But
no,
that's
it's
all
not.
The characters.
His cape movement is really cool. And his pose is really cool.
Is really good.
He's holding a leek. That's what he's holding.
Yes, a leek. He's like that far-fetched.
Yeah, I always thought, like, when playing with these guys, I thought their concept was really cool. Like, they were the flag bearers or whatever. I thought that concept was always really cool. I would say B tier. I think his design, I think his green on his outfits, just Waldo jump scare. I think it's a little too green for me, but I like his gloves.
I like the different tones of green.
Yeah.
He looks so cool with all your other elves. And like
That
a
is
forest
true. He
map.
goes very well with the elves.
He's got that little gold highlight right there, which is kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
I say lower B tier.
That's
or
what I'm thinking.
Higher B
I would say B tier, but I feel like this is the same thing. You might also want to set your
make it slower.
Yeah, slower on YouTube.
Yeah, let's do
So we have a little time to peruse. But yeah, I would say lower B tier.
Yeah, lower B tier. I
So
feel like B tier is going to be filled a
lot of B tiers.
Yeah. All right. So I think he's better than.
Yeah, definitely better than that guy.
He might be low A tier for me, but I would settle on B tier.
Yeah.
All
It's just because the other elves are so much cooler.
Yeah, that's true. Except some of them.
Some of them.
Some of them are not going to do too well in this.
Some of them are just yellow. And apparently a woman. That blew my mind when you told me, like, oh yeah, she's a lady. I'm
No,
like,
I
what?
actually found out today the yellow one is a man.
You lie.
You know what? I was 10.
I've been lied to for like 15 years. Okay.
So we have Agent Carr.
I never liked Agent
You
Carr.
never liked Agent Carr?
I never liked Agent Carr. Oh, he has a ponytail?
Yeah,
he's got a rat tail?
Yeah.
I like him less.
I think his presence is really good.
His presence is very powerful. He thrusts very powerfully with his hips.
That's true. I think he's.
I don't like. Okay, but as far as pose and presence, it's great. It's
Yeah, he's got
but-
that pose. He's got that blade.
You're kind of a
energy.
sucker for guns and swords,
Yeah.
also. It's just I
Like,
think
the sword is so impractical, but I love it.
I kind of liked him more before I realized he had that hairdo.
I'm gonna say B tier. Yeah, B tier for him. I can't do B tier for everyone,
It's
but
a-
I'm willing to go to C tier for him.
I will say B tier for this because it's, as far as minis go, it's a really well sculpted.
It's so simple. Like
Yeah.
there's no texture on it, but it really like you
It
always
holds
can
up
see
really
Agent
well.
Carr. The colors are really good.
The face is actually really well
You can see
defined.
the nose and the
Like
lips.
if you look at this face and the face of like that last figure, it's
Yeah,
so
it's a
much
lot
better.
more detail.
So even though I don't like him and I like him less because he's got a ponytail on his neck, I can kind of see the argument for like a B tier.
I think he's lower B tier.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, we can't do B tier for everyone.
Just Sonlin's only S tier.
S for Sondland.
There's some weird ones that I really like. That
Okay, I think these are kind of the A's
Yeah.
are kind of.
they're also alphabetical, so.
Yeah. I was going to do them by release order, but then I realized
That's
that would be helpful to no one.
These little
So
friends.
the whole unit, I like them. They're pretty simple.
Yeah, I would say like C or B
I
tier.
think they're C tier.
Yeah,
Just
they're
perfectly average.
they're
They
totally
look
fine.
really good, but
I don't like green.
you don't like green.
I don't like green.
I would say really high. Like they're like right on the edge.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
They're simple.
Their poses are
They
fine.
got good poses.
But I don't have anything else to say about
They're
them.
just kind of.
Their details are cool.
They don't have like any presence.
Their faces are kind of
They don't have any presence.
No.
They have good colors, good sculpts, but
they're
not good
yeah.
presence.
So I'd say C. I'm not a big fan of their color scheme,
They
but
play really fun.
they play really fun.
But
they play really fun. They play really well.
I think we'll put them in C.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Above the blue.
So you're. That looks so out of place there, but okay.
It's because it's colorful.
All right, so
Let's see who's
let's
next.
see where we're going to next.
These spins are really cool.
This is all.
You really liked these guys.
Well, we're also slow speed.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So next
We
is
got William
Oh,
Wallace, otherwise
William
known as
Wa-
Einstein.
I never liked this
I
character.
don't like his arm. Like that arm right there.
Such a weird thing.
Like doesn't look kind of bulbous. Like he really just does his biceps and nothing else.
Uh-huh.
But he's cool. Like,
He's
but he doesn't have a lot of presence.
yeah.
But he's like classic. Like I just kind of I get maybe this maybe
I
nostalgia.
don't understand
I have
his
shouted freedom so many times playing him, but just purely how he looks, he's kind of a crummy. Like
Yeah, his
that-
boots are cool.
he's got like
I don't like his pose.
he's
Like,
got,
what
Birkenstocks on.
he's defending his knees, his most vital of organs.
I wish like that wraparound was like a different color.
Was a different color, like a contrast of some sort. I feel like there's too much hair to kilt blanket contrast.
Yeah, like the kilt was had like cool texture on it.
Yeah, I
like,
don't like this one
You know
very
what?
much.
I'm gonna say it's low C tier.
I will
Or were
agree
you
to
arguing
that.
D tier?
I'll say C tier. I like his belt and his boots.
That's true.
It's the little details,
It's-
bro.
The boots were made for walking. That's their primary purpose. All right, I think he's at the bottom C tier.
I think he's a little higher than Mr. Blue Man.
You think so?
I think, okay, actually, let's move the army guy below him. I'm kind of feeling that.
Okay.
Like, wouldn't look tiny like that. They look better.
Yeah, you're going to, some of them, because they're so close
Yeah.
up, you will be like, ooh, this looks better 3 feet away. Same with my painting. I'm in a customs group, and
Your painting is very good. What are you talking about?
No, but it's really, it's decent, but I take the pictures of the cards, the Heroscape cards, and when you're like this close up to the camera on it, you're like, oh no, I lied. It's not the place.
I feel that.
All right.
Alistair McDurk.
Is that a cool name?
It's like a McDonald's order.
I'll have the Alistair
Alistair
McDurk. Hold the fries. Give me a side of freedom.
I was gonna say that. All right.
This is honestly, this tier list is my reward for getting this big video done.
Yeah.
And because I got the Age of Annihilation, all those cool concept art I showed you, which we'll definitely be going over eventually, is coming out. So I wanted to get all my classic stuff kind of put out there. Well.
Ooh. Oh, these guys. Okay.
So let's play them through.
I don't like their proportions very much.
I like the.
Look at his legs. His torso's so thrusty.
As a unit, yeah, he's like, hello.
His legs don't make any sense. I get.
You know what? These guys look really bad close up.
I'm gonna say D tier.
I'm gonna give D tier. I
don't
agree.
like. They make me uncomfortable.
I liked them a lot as a kid, but now
they have bird legs.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
like
honestly
it.
they don't look like big beefy wolves. They
No.
look like guys in furry suits.
No, the Nubian wolves. They're just.
They play really fun.
Their knees are in weird places.
Also, I don't like how they didn't put a little black on the nose. Like that kind of bothers me.
Also, I don't like how their six pack goes down to their hip bones.
They got like that Hawaiian sweet roll 6-pack. All right, I am going to find where I'm at, and
Can people see your YouTube thing, or do we have to just say what character we're doing?
Yeah, they can
Okay, they can see it. Okay, cool.
Just checking chat. All right, next is Arkmer.
I kind of like.
I like Arkmer a lot. I think this is an A tier character. Just the
like,
yellow alone is.
It's a very bold statement.
It's a bold statement on the runway, but but it's got that little purple.
I like the little purple
staff. I
staff.
like the little purple, but like that shade of yellow and orange is kind of like.
It's not often seen together. We're like, let him spin.
Let him spin.
Give us a turn. I just love I love how all the elves, it's like part of their culture to wear glove and boots. I love it.
That's true, like these big bulky gloves.
Yeah, I have
a
like
Sondland costume that I'm
You have a Sondland costume?
I've been building it. I have to find some chainmail and a little dragon.
A little dragon,
but I have the hood and the big puffy gloves that they made.
I just really like this is really cool. I think it's less good in the front, because
honestly the silhouette of it.
The silhouette is very good.
But it's got a presence. It's got a good pose.
I would say. I don't know if it's A tier though.
I think it's A tier. I think this is an A tier.
Why do you think it's A tier?
For Arkmer.
Okay. Yep. You know what?
The whole thing, like,
you know what?
It looks like an A.
I will.
Look at it. It's shaped like the letter A. It's a good color. It's a bold. Like, it's really hard to get this color choice pulled off.
I will say I am convinced it to be an A tier. The pose is really good, but what is really pushing me over the edge is its hand.
Yeah.
Its hand is really dynamic.
It's got a dynamic
and that is
hand.
not easy to do. I'm not always a big fan of yellow, but like I love that yellow.
It's
a
weird shade of
it's
yellow.
Weird.
That you won't find like.
It's like
cheese
else. Yellow.
Cheese.
Like
rabbit.
American cheese. Wasn't expecting a Wallace and Gromit quote. That would caught me off guard. It's like a weird American cheese, like unnatural cheese color.
I think it's worthy.
I would say
low
A.
We'll bump it down.
Yeah.
I think it's not like a B. All right. Next up.
What friend is next?
I just keep on pushing buttons I'm not supposed to.
There's a lot of buttons.
I do have so many buttons. I'm doing this on one screen, which is.
Yeah. Arkmer.
Arkmer.
Oh, look at that! Look at that specimen.
All right.
Oh,
so
these
Armok
guys.
Viper. So these guys have 3 different poses. They're actually wildly different. Like.
Yeah, I just don't like how they're mostly mouth. Like this guy has just his stomach is a mouth.
So I like some of them more than others. Like I love this guy.
Really?
I love the open mouth.
Like for me,
guy. I don't like.
I like his little stabby fingers.
Yes, they got little stabby fingers.
But not his thumbs.
I don't like them as much as the Venox.
No, I don't. I'm not a big fan of them.
I actually don't like that one with the little
No,
doodad on
he's
top.
got a little frog on his head.
That one, like, for some reason, just doesn't have frills.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
I guess he's not puffed up, maybe, but
I don't
this
know.
one looks like an alligator. Like, it's got a weird face.
I'll
give it a C.
I say C tier. I've never been a fan. I don't think the build of these guys.
The sculpting is weird.
The sculpting is weird, and they don't understand how necks work. So I understand what they're kind of. I also don't really like the horns.
That's true. The horns, like, yeah.
I like his
agree with the
stabby
C
fingers.
tier.
Like, I like those a lot.
Yeah, I wish I had stabby fingers.
But like conjoined, only 2 fingers, thumb and stabs.
I
say
it's
C tier.
Lower, it's the bottom there.
And I could agree with that. I won't fight you on it.
Fight me. All right.
Yeah, it's just like, I never really liked these when they were playing with. Especially when we had those other guys, like those other slithery guys. It was a really dynamic. Oh.
Okay, so we got some Arrogrots.
I think it's pronounced arrow.
Oh. I've been pronouncing it wrong all these years. I like these guys. Nice, simple. I actually really like the reds on the blues and the
gold.
bronze. It's just a very satisfying color palette. And then look, this guy's got a little tongue. I think they're fun.
I like how each of the bows are kind of a little bit different.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
individuality.
Yeah,
I would say this is like a B.
I think this is a low A.
Why?
Arrogrots.
No, you can't. We're going alphabetically.
No, but okay, so their color choices. Look at that right there. They all got very unique but simplistic poses. That gold, blue, and red just looks so nice.
Yeah.
And they get little skulls on their arrows. Like there's
The
a lot of
attention
nice
to
little details. As you
I'll
look
say
at
that I think they look ugly, but I think they're supposed to.
Yeah.
They're not. They're supposed to look a little malformed. So okay, I can do a low A, but like a very low A. Just keep.
There we go. All right, so I'm fine with that. Low A. I think they're not as good as Arkmer. Did I not put any Arrowgrets here? I probably forgot to do Arrowgrets.
We know who they are in our hearts.
Well, Arrowgrets are A. Oh man, well, I knew I would have some mistakes.
It happens.
It does.
We know what they are.
All right.
All right. What's
Arrowgret is A.
Oh wait. I do like his back clasp a lot. That's really cool.
All right.
Like just design wise, I think it's really. They all kind of stand in there. Ashigaru, Harkabus.
Harkabus.
I
I like the browns and the tans. I like them more than the other version of the squad.
I think they're fine.
I think they're just an average, just a bunch of people.
Nothing wrong with that. I think it's fine. I'm not like
They're
They're a C tier. I don't think they're bad, but I don't have anything else to say. That I'm like, oh yeah,
they're
they're
kind of like the airborne. They're just just some people.
Just some humans. I like their hats. I want one. A lot of brown. I don't know. Ooh, tiny.
I need to organize this. This is going to be testing this out here.
Okay.
We'll move it up to C tier when we find him. Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay.
He's hiding.
He's hid. Yeah, so I'd say C tier. They're fine, and I think fine is structure. Their poses are fine, but it's.
I think they're upper.
I think they're better than William Wallace.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
All right.
They look so angry. It's like they're in a war. The jokes.
They're free here.
They're free here, yeah.
They flow freely from the joke river. All right.
Oh, look at those beautiful. Oh, they're wearing sandals. Well, some of them. Living that sandal life.
So I don't like these guys at all.
They're very yellow.
It's very impressive that I have a squad of 4 of these guys that don't have broken spears.
Yeah, some of them are pretty close. They're fine. I don't like yellow.
Yeah, I don't like these guys.
I don't
want to say D tier for these guys.
Yeah, I go D tier. It's just kind of I'm not a big fan of their details.
Well, like the other guys, like that dark brown, really kind of this sandy yellow. But
like I think kind of they need something on their arms.
Yeah.
I think, or like maybe their belt being a darker color. I think that would help.
That dark brown in the belt would look really nice.
Yeah, like even their boot color, I think would look really cool. But it's just kind of
they
don't really have a presence. They kind of look a little dorky.
Yeah, they just don't look good. I'm fine making those guys
I would say D tier.
D tier, like upper D tier. I don't think
Oh, now we gotta find them.
they're at the bottom. 'Cause I can put Arquebus in front of them.
Arquebus. I like the word arquebus though.
Arquebus.
Maybe I should like knock them up to a B tier.
If we were naming it off how fun their names are, that would.
Oh,
be
what's the word of the day? Sputtle.
Sputtle.
Sputtle. I like the word. D tier. All right.
Better than
Ooh, next I like this guy. He's
Kyrie
so
all are pretty good except for a couple. But this guy
Atlaga.
Atlaga.
His name's Atlaga?
Yeah, the name kind of brings him down.
Yeah, a little
Like,
bit.
If his name was Atlagar,
His
like,
Atlagar is even better. Like
or
his
Atlago,
wings.
His wings are cool.
His wings are so cool. And I don't like green, but he like the balance of green on this is very well
You don't
done.
like green, you're gonna hate Ular. Like you are going to hate his.
Yeah.
He's got a little crossbow.
Yeah, I'm like his wing details are incredible. I like him a lot. He's kind of cool. And I'm looking at his green leotard and little
He likes to
spandex.
Yeah, he likes to work out.
He does like to work out.
The shin guards are okay, but he's just cool.
Yeah, I think he's cool.
He's very simple.
He's
It's
got
not
a
like
presence.
a dynamic pose, but he's just like, pay attention to me.
Yeah, I would say this is an A tier.
I'd say this is
Like
an A
he's
tier.
pretty cool. His name is Atlaga, which is unfortunate,
Yeah.
but he didn't control that.
His mom did.
His
Mommy
mom
Atlaga.
is D tier.
I still think Arkmar's cooler.
Okay.
All right.
It has really cool wings though.
Yeah. The wings, honestly, are the
A selling point. If it was just him, it'd be like, normal man. Ooh, wait, what are these
these are
guys?
the Aubrey and Archers. So I thought these guys were really cool,
Are they?
but the only problem is they aren't wearing legs. Those are just
They aren't wearing legs.
They aren't wearing no legs. No, they aren't wearing pants.
Yeah.
That really ruined them for. It was like leather.
Like
pants.
if they were Link age or something, but these are like full-grown
These
adults.
are like full-grown dudes,
Like
and they just
their most vital organs, their knees.
yeah.
I like their bows a lot.
They like are cool. Their
I think
color
she's.
choices,
I think she is fine, but they're elves.
yeah.
Oh.
They're uncomfortably short.
Yeah,
short
like
shorts.
it's like when you will watch 80s movies and they're like playing basketball
Yeah.
and they're wearing short shorts.
So
You're
it
like,
does bump them down a bit. I
yeah,
still think the colorization
like that pose is really cool.
and the posing is really cool.
The coloring and posing is great. It's just
I can't give it the fact
the
that,
short
that they're wearing mini skirts.
mini skirts. Yeah,
I'm gonna bump them down to B tier. They
I'll
would've
say
been-
B tier.
I think
Yeah,
they would have been A tier, but I know that like that fact ruins them for you because I thought for the longest time these were just like tan pants, but then when I was making this video, I was like, these are just
this
legs.
is just flesh.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
down to B tier.
they're fine. Their
decent.
poses are very interesting and dynamic.
Kind of like right here.
But yeah, it's not practical for running.
Well, actually, probably very practical. For running.
They're gonna chafe.
Well, they don't need to run because they can.
They do.
Okay,
Oh,
these guys are gonna be pretty good.
oh,
I
A
love
tier.
them. These guys might.
They're so dynamic
These
and they
guys-
have so much
they're all unique
personality.
poses, their colors are great. They're so small, but you can always tell where they're at in the battlefield.
Yeah, they
These guys
also
might be S tier.
S tier. Oh,
I love them to death. Like you got 4 different hair colors.
I love how that guy's like. These guys are so clad in armor. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna wear a loincloth
and a bucket.
and a bucket.
I think these guys might.
I
be
would
S tier.
say A tier,
I
but they are. I will nudge it up to S tier because their details and their cohesion as a squad.
They're so small, but they put so much detail.
Yeah.
Like, look, they changed him from scale mail. They gave him chain mail,
no mail.
no mail,
Plate mail.
plate mail.
Yeah.
Like it's all they're all.
And their boots are so cool. Okay, S tier. I'll say S tier.
Yeah.
They're not my favorite, but I don't think that's what we're judging. These are quality wise incredible.
And it's like a common squad. They could have just all made them look like this.
Yeah. I love the bucket guy. He's my favorite. He's going places.
We don't know if they're good places or bad.
But he's
places.
going there with gusto. Oh, they are really cool.
There's so many tiny details packed
Like
into
all of their weapons are unique and have like emblems and like runes on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are really cool. Bucket boy. All right.
So just some more.
Oh,
orcs.
I don't think these
I don't
ones.
like these ones
as
as much as the
much.
Aerogrets. The lack of that little red touch kind of makes them kind of.
Also, I think
bland.
they're a little bit more saturated type of teal than the
Yeah.
other ones were. So I would say these are like
C tier.
C tier,
This
yeah.
is
Their
kind of-
poses are fine, but they're not super interesting.
They're all
I like
different,
that shield.
I do like that they all have different. The shield
all
is
unique.
the best part about these guys.
Yeah, that shield is
They're
really
all
cool.
unique sculpts and designs, which they could have done something a lot more generic.
Like, I think these are
I think
fine.
that should be
I don't think
acknowledged.
they're...
They're not bad. They don't offend me, but honestly, no one wants to play Gretz over the other Gretz.
Yeah. The shields are really cool, and they like loincloths.
I think I'm gonna put them like
Yeah,
right here.
I think that's fine.
Right. I'm glad I did all this. This would be really hard. Originally, my original plan was I had all the characters. That's why I made that video. Because I was gonna have them all there. I'd pick it up.
Just pick it up. Oh.
Which would have been nice, but
Oh.
Blastotrons.
I don't like these.
You don't like these?
I don't think...
I love the colors.
Eh.
The colors, that blue teal, that
I feel like they need something in their midsection to kind of like diversify that color a little bit. It's just I really don't like
I
these
like
guys.
the Gladiatrons a lot more. I really like the stick design emblems.
You
but
like robots a lot more than me.
I do like robots a lot.
I don't like them. I don't. Meh. I don't really have anything to say about them. I like their like complementary colors, but I think
I think they're good in colors. Posing's kind of awkward because they have guns.
and they have
hands.
toes.
The toes. Okay.
Why do they have toes?
The toes does kind of gross me out.
I just realized, why do they have toes?
Very detailed.
Very
sculpted
detailed
robot
toes.
Yeah, we're gonna put these guys C tier.
Why do they have toes?
I like.
Oops, sorry about that.
Yank.
Sorry.
Alright.
There it is. It's still on your head.
Going to sleep. Have a good show, guys. Thanks so much, conductor. I will see you soon.
I don't like, yeah, the toes.
The toes has.
I have other
brought me
arguments, but that's all the one I need. Why do they make robot
down. Alright,
toes?
The toes has brought. You find all these little details, kind of lower C tier now.
Yeah.
I used to like these guys, but things are changing. I'm a man now. I don't like toes. He's just a guy.
He's just a man.
I like this blue and the red.
I like the blue and the red.
It's very nice.
His hatchet is
Very
fine.
good.
He's
I don't. Okay, this isn't really aesthetics, but his name is Brave Arrow, and he has no range. It really drives me crazy. I just want to mention this and throw this out there. Like, he has an axe.
He does have an axe, and his name is Brave Arrow, and he's got a like. I like his little fluffy things on his legs.
Yeah, like, it's good
like,
detail.
and I think it's fine, but I don't really have
I think
anything.
Upper C
I
tier.
think I'd say C. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything
We're
else.
gonna put all the people C tier.
There's some cool people. It's just like his pose isn't very interesting.
No, if like he had like two hands on his axe.
Yeah, or like a
swinging,
running pose. Like his
just kind
face
of
is
like, hey.
his face is fine. I think his face
His
is.
face is really well detailed.
And I like the
colors are
details.
good.
I like the
I
details
think
on
just
his hips.
presence is lacking.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I think he's fine. I just don't have anything else to say about him.
Also, his squad looks better than him. I never liked that for a hero.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him kind of like right here. That sound about
I
right?
would say he's below William Wallace.
You think so?
I think William Wallace.
I think he's better than William Wallace.
Okay, I could agree
I'll
to the orcs
compromise
being there. Brave Arrow. Yeah, it does bother me. He doesn't have any arrows. Oh,
So we
Braxis.
kind of went through the initial run. We're getting to the big boys
Oh,
now.
I love Braxis. She's so cool.
Monarch Wings is such a strange and
For an
touch.
acid dragon.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
I think this is my favorite dragon sculpt.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
She's got like a son who's not evil. I love this little drip down here.
Yeah. The drip, like.
I never
really
realized
look
they were
at it,
mon-
like, look at that curve. That
Curves
dynamic.
are really hard to do.
Well, you might be surprised, but when we played this, we didn't have wings in Braxis.
No.
I had a wingless Braxis. 'Cause I
Yeah.
got it on eBay and they forgot to send the wings. So I played Braxis
Yeah, like-
with no wings for years.
Yeah, like this is kind of like weird to see, but like her pose is great. It's
I think it's more modeling, but like I wish the wings were a bit closer to the body.
a bit closer, maybe a little bit bigger, or maybe more like down. But I don't think they'd be able to do that with this pose.
No.
And like she's just a cool concept. Like
I
in
think
fact,
this might be an A dragon.
I would say this is an A dragon. Like her pose is really
Like,
cool.
look at that teeth, like how like defined they are. That
Yeah.
yellow eye. Just so
I
many
love her
cool
tail.
curves. Like you're.
The details are excellent. I would say A or S tier.
I
It's
say S tier. I think this is an S tier dragon.
like I have no complaints about this dragon except her wings could be a little bit bigger, but then it would make her thing look clunky. So
Yeah.
like I love that she's like the queen of the dragons and she's like evil and acid and all that. And like yeah, the monarch wings are really interesting. I like unique dragons. I like dragons. Her name's also really cool.
Yeah, it's no Atlaga.
Oh, Brunak.
It's kind of a weird guy.
Oh, I forgot about him. He's got bird toes.
So I actually was looking at all these figures. I think Brunak is actually the hardest person to do 3D print.
Yeah.
Because he has, like, all Heroscape figures are kind of a solid, thick coat of paint. For some reason, he has, like, blending and, like, detail work done on his, like, body, like lava.
He looks like he was marinated in, like, meat. Like
the meat marinated him, or
no, like the
meat.
Orange.
But also, like his side profile is kind of awkward because of these curves.
Yeah, and his top part is out of proportion to his bottom part. His bottom part would need to be a lot bigger to kind of compensate for that. But his big sword's cool.
It's a really unique design.
It is really cool. I'm like.
It looks.
I think it's a very ambitious design, but I think sometimes with ambition, there's a little bit more room for error.
I would say a B tier for Brunak.
I would say it's B tier. Those are.
These are some mighty haunches.
Those are some mighty haunches. I was trying to think of what to say.
I think
he's weird, but he's very unique.
He is. He's kind of like
he's like a lot more interesting than I think anything in C tier. So I would say B tier.
I think he's better than.
Yep.
That sounds about right. All right. Let's see what's next.
All right. Capuan.
I don't like the name Capuan.
Capuan.
Gladiators.
I didn't like this one guy's helmet. Oh, that shield is really cool.
So I don't know if this affects aesthetics, but I don't like how much they look like they're heroes. Because I just mix them up. I like the guy with the net the most. I wish they kind of went that design route for all of them.
I think they're cool.
I like the figures.
They put a lot of work into it, and like they're
very minimal, just like elements, but they all
like they work really well together. Their color scheme's great.
The color scheme's good.
This guy's
just invert the color.
This guy is just a ghost. Like I think very high C tier or low B tier.
So. I like them
because I think they're very I think they're very interesting. As most of the people in C tier are just people. These guys are a lot more interesting. I think of a lot more love. I would put them low B tier, honestly.
I feel weird putting them all in C
I would
tier.
put them in like next to like the weird toe robots.
Yeah.
Chargers. I like Chargers. His pose is so good. His color scheme is so good.
Chargers is going to rank higher than how he actually plays. But that deep like maroon brown cloak, that fireball,
the bright red. His staff is so detailed. S tier. I love Charger.
I'd say A tier.
I would say S.
I don't say.
What is his fault?
I think his face.
I can't see his face. I don't know. Like look at his outfit though. His poses, his face. Okay, his face is kind of bad, and I think they could have done a little bit more colors for the fire. And these are just nitpicks. I love this pose. I love his boots.
I think he's high A tier.
I think it's very.
I think he's like on the same par as like Somlet.
I love this. I've always loved this. I think like as high A tier as can go. I will concede. I love this mini. Like his stick is not symmetrical. Yeah. Oh, he's way better than the yellow one. Yeah. Way better than Arkra or whatever hit. Akbar. Rather than win a cornfield today met Akbar. I love this mini. He's so cool.
See, I didn't know you liked this one.
I love this one.
I think he was okay. I actually, if it was my personal ranking, I'd probably give him like a high B tier. But I
think he's so cool. Why is he wiggly?
Because he's so big. He was on the edge of the turntable.
Charos? I like this guy.
Okay, so I found it today. His name's actually pronounced...
Karos?
Karos?
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's so good. I have no complaints about his design.
Yeah, he's a pretty good dragon.
The detail, like even...
I just remember I like him more than Braxton.
Yeah, the detail work on this, like just on his tail alone, how it's like not symmetrical and it curves up, and his wings are so cool.
The strongest part of Heroscape is always...
A bug just flew my nose. I'm sorry.
It's always the posing. It's all it could, compared to like D&D posing, where all the characters are kind of the same. Like, look, he just doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, and I like his horns. I like how they're not like pulled back, but they're kind of like ram-like.
It's a very unique dragon.
Yeah, I love interesting dragons. And like the blending of him is really interesting.
It is like all this.
I don't like.
Better than Braxis, or
I think he's design-wise better than Braxis.
All right, I will agree with that.
I don't like green, and I love this character.
If
He looks like Andre the Giant.
Kind of does.
His face does.
I like this character far away, but when you look at him close up, he's
I like his outfit. Like his
silver always
the detail they
than...
yeah, the detail they put into like his suit of armor is really cool.
Yeah. His posing
is weird.
It is kind of weird.
It's
like he should be flying.
Because his pose is very forward, but his sword is kind of like tucked in. I think it's like low A tier.
I think he's B tier.
Why?
That face is kind of awkward for me.
I think also guess A tier.
One color.
I guess also if you look at the other wings that we had, of course I think this is an earlier model than that Alargra or whatever.
Alargra.
His wings could be better, but they're still really cool. I love how they.
It's cool. I love this guy.
I think what would bump him up to A tier is if they colored the hilt a different color.
Yeah, I think that's a couple more color details on this guy.
Because I'm actually fine having his suit of armor be all silver, but I think if his hilt was a different color, that would be enough contrast for me.
Something like you kind
or like a blue sword.
Something to make it just not.
So I would say B tier, very high at B tier, but
yeah, I would say that.
I would say low A tier, but I can agree to B tier.
I think.
Yeah, definitely better than him. Oh, look at him spin. I don't like him.
Nope.
He's, just a naked man.
Just a naked guy.
With long boots.
Long boots.
I don't like his sword. It's not very interesting.
No, not a cool sword.
His pose is kind of cool. It looks like he's about to do this, like his knees are about to break.
It looks like he's been standing like this
for hours. He's so glistening and sweaty.
Yeah.
And that shield's not going to protect anything. That is a hat.
Especially considering his power is his shield ability.
Yeah, especially considering all the really interesting shields that we've seen.
He looks worse than his squad.
Yeah, I would say
D tier.
I would say D tier. I never liked this character. He's so sweaty.
He's kind of lame.
Crispin or Cyprin Essenwine. Why do you like him?
He's just really gives us bad mamby-jamby vibes. Like, look, the cape is two-toned.
Okay.
He's got these wicked design.
I like the unique swords.
Yeah. His presence is really high.
Let me wait till he gets a turntable. I like his cape. My thing is I don't think his cape placement is very good. I don't think.
I wish it was kind of backwards. Like
it looks like the wind is blowing towards
him. I do like the little bat symbol on
the bat. I never noticed the bat symbol before. So
they even got the teeth.
My qualms with him is the cape thing. It looks like the wind is blowing towards him, and his cape is kind of like. Also,
his hair is kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
It's kind of, if I saw someone with this haircut, a nice person, I would still tease them.
I don't know. I don't think the details on his outfit are very well defined.
I think he's kind of cool. I would personally give him an A tier.
I would give him a B tier, just because there's
So the only way to resolve this was S tier.
No. S tier, it's like when we did our last year's list, and there was just a Fuecoco tier list. We don't need, what's his name, Crispin? Cyprin?
Keep it Crispin.
Keep it Crispin. I don't think he's that high at B tier.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I like him more than
I think he's after the green leak guy.
I love this guy.
Okay.
There are lots of red vampires.
Yeah, and he needs a little bit more black to kind of balance him out, but I like his armor. But
honestly, I feel like it'd be cooler if he didn't have a cape,
or had a better cape, or
Yeah.
I love his dumb bat emblem though. He's in case you couldn't tell by context what he was.
Vampire.
His pose is kind of weird too.
I might be
biased, dead-eyed. I love his name. I love how simple his pose is, but how in character it is. The little placement of the foot in front.
He's kind of a meme in the Heroscape character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everyone's like, Dead-Eye Dan reaction.
I actually like this guy. He's
he's simple.
Yeah.
They would never do it, but some design work on his ponchos.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
But I always love this guy.
I think he's B. I'm a sucker for. I'm a sucker for ponchos. I don't think he's low A.
You're probably right. I love him.
I would say
I love Dead-Eye Dan.
You love Western aesthetics.
That's true.
But like I like his pose with his pose is very simple, but in it is there's like complexities. But I wouldn't say it needs a couple more things for A tier. The texture on his poncho is really cool though.
I guess I think I just always wanted this guy, and I finally got him.
Yeah.
But
I would say a
see
B
how he's
tier.
a B tier. Like his face honestly isn't the best. But
No.
He's like, I'm gonna be Deadeye Dan. I think he's high B tier.
Yeah, I'd say high B tier.
Not better than Concan. I don't like Concan. I like Concan's armor more than the rest of Concan.
That's most of Concan, I will say.
How many cans can Concan can if Concan can? They can't can.
I don't know, 12?
At least 12.
I was like, you paused for a response.
Deathstalker.
Deathstalkers.
Okay, so these guys are trash to play with, but
yeah,
they look pretty cool. Especially this one. This one's like better designed than
yeah.
the rest.
They're kind of cool, like little cyborg dogs.
These guys are A tiers in just terms of how they look.
Honestly, I think they're a lot higher tier because they use different types of metal.
Yeah, they have that silver plating, which looks so nice, the gold.
This guy's just a straight up cyborg.
Bright red eye.
Yeah.
Like that. Look at the wiring when it comes back around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, they did like a couple different colors.
I would say A tier. I don't
hate them.
their mouth a lot, but I think there's like these guys are really interesting and like. I like the color palette they chose for these ones, and I think their poses are very well done. So I like them.
I think they're low A.
Yep. I love these rats.
These are rat guys.
I really I think A tier for me. I love these rats.
Give it to 'em. I think
they're
I
so
personally
cool.
would give them B tier, but I can see them being
Like their designs.
They have an emblem of a rat, just to let you know that they're a rat.
It's just I like their poses, and they're kind of like somehow they're all gold, but they have enough red to like make them interesting.
Shape of metal is very unique.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're little weirdos, but they're little cyborg rats.
I'll give them.
Like this one's running, and like they're all different poses. I like them. That's A tier. I like them better than Deathstalkers.
Fine.
Like, look at their little bitey teeth.
Just like little things.
I don't like rats. Oh, I never liked this guy's design.
Love this guy. Okay, so this is where we might have some contention.
Yeah.
This guy objectively isn't designed well, but I just love him. Like that shininess of his black metal body and that big red eye.
Yeah.
And that little symbol in the back.
I do like how he has the symbol, but it's just kind of
like it's for some reason it's just two colors, but he really like stands out.
Yeah, he's a threat, but like
he has words on his arm.
I think that's his 7,000 per Death Walker.
Yeah.
I don't.
I like
he
I love this guy. Like, I would like if you were just asking me personally, I would give him A tier.
Really?
But I don't think he's.
I don't think he is. Let's look at his toes. Does he have robot toes?
No, he's like robot. Like
I think I like how his body parts like make sense to move.
Yeah.
It's just kind of he might to be A tier. Like he might like in like the crevices had like a little bit more red or something.
I wish he had like cyborg
like his hands are weird.
Yeah.
His hands aren't great. I would say
like he goes around, I guess, hugs people to death, even though his thing's blowing. Like I wish he had like big like nukes in his hand or something, because his big thing's blowing.
He's like a worse battle droid without a head.
Yeah. Don't say that. I've been not like fighting people, but people keep on asking me because they know like Star Wars, and they know I like Heroscape. They're like, there's some custom people that made like Soulborgs, like these guys, but they're just super battle droids. And people keep on coming up to me like, so what do you think of these super battle droids, the customs? I'm like, okay, so it drives me crazy. I think the card's designed well, but it's like the third time I've been asked this. Like people keep on. I'm like.
Yeah, because I like the robot designs.
He does look a lot like a super battle droid now.
Yeah. A little bit.
I think it's just the eye. I will give him a B tier.
Okay. I'll let him have a higher B tier. I don't think he really deserves a higher B tier.
I objectively don't think he does, but I love him.
Okay. Next. I actually like the design of this next guy.
Really?
I do.
It looks like I never.
Okay, let me take a look at him.
I like the face.
It's been a while since I've seen him.
I don't like the missile. Also, he has a attack where he shoots a Gatling gun, and the next one has attack that shoots the missile. Kind of has driven me crazy.
I don't understand how his arm bends.
Yeah, I don't like how that works and looks. It looks like he has a popsicle.
I think it's fine. I think it's kind of
He has
a cool
popsicle that he hasn't started licking. Like, I don't like the arm. I like if he had like 2 arms like that. Just
yeah, I kind of like the different arms. It kind of makes it more like the asymmetry makes it a little bit interesting to look at.
True.
Is that his head?
That's just a little duper.
Is that his head?
He doesn't like have a head.
I will say he is a little confusing to look at, and I will say the shininess of the other one a little bit more. So I would say this is B tier. I think it's fine.
I think low B tier.
Low B tier. We'll even put him behind.
I would personally give him C tier.
I'll go to C tier.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool robots in this, and I'm like, I think he's fine. I think the red saves him.
Yeah.
But the more I look at him, I'm like, you would fall over.
I like this one. This
classic
is
one.
Iconic.
I never liked his mouth and his chest.
It does kind of look like a duck.
It does kind of look like a duck. I liked his powerful. This guy has presence.
Yeah.
He's gonna like rail down an orphanage or something.
Yeah, he will do that and then go out for popsicles with his son.
His 2 sons.
His 2 sons.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any. I like his weird duck feet. I think it's B. It's pretty nostalgic.
Definitely nostalgia is a thing, but he's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's very unique. Like, you won't see a robot.
No, like he's a very interesting robot, but it's also like
right here.
I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Yeah. Okay, so this might get contested, but I love this guy.
What?
I love
The Dumatef guard?
Yes.
I like how he played, but like just
his presence, his iron thong.
His iron thong.
All the holes poked in his back to release his anger. I love him. His unnecessary leg spikes.
I don't like how he looks.
He's just,
like Swiss cheese.
I love how he looks like this big boss, and he's like 25 points.
It's just I don't like his teeth and his tongue.
He's just so like.
Oh, I actually really like that guy. Okay, so Iron Thong, weirdly, I've got so many problems with this guy. Okay.
I'm glad they have the holes compared to just a flat back. That looks so bad.
Yeah, he's very like.
He's like ugly. But I like him.
I don't. It's just.
The red eye.
He's got.
I'm willing to object to say he's probably a bad design.
He's not great. Is he is he furry? Is he just sweaty and that people have just taken chunks out of his flesh?
Fine,
it's not great. He's got an iron thong, bro. And
I will give him.
He's just I don't like his face. Look at that face.
I have like 10 of them and I love all of them.
Okay, A tier. I love this thing.
Yeah. Like it's a very simple design.
It's a very simple design.
But
like even
did I tell you I actually printed off a bunch of puppies for him?
You did?
I call them since his name is Dund. I call them Mifflins.
Mifflins?
So
Why?
it's Dund and Mifflins.
Dunder Mifflin. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Little alien dogs. I like that. I don't know. He's really unique, but I've never seen an alien.
Dund and Mifflins.
Dude.
I love these guys.
These are so cute.
Little dog and puppies.
Yeah,
I
but
think he's A tier.
I think he's A tier. I think I think the pose is very interesting, especially for a dog.
Yeah.
But like he really looks like an alien dog.
A few times, Dune will be an A tier.
He's not that great.
No.
I think he's better than that guy. Yeah, that feels right. I like his cool shoulder patch. I think that, and his little pink nose. I think that works really well together.
It does. So it was a fun part to recreate in the little tiny puppies.
Yeah, like this is a real.
I always like Army Sergeant patch he has. For some reason, like he served his time in the military. I respect him.
Like that's really cool. I like this figure a lot.
Yeah.
It's really terrifying, but it's really interesting.
Like, this is the one I would hate to see the least in real life.
Yeah. It's really cool though. Like it and the texture and details on it with just like the sinew.
Light purple.
There's not many figures painted like this. Oh,
I like these guys.
Zooth-Teh.
Zooth.
I love how they have Grinch bods. You see it?
I do.
They're just the Grinch's cousins.
I've never noticed this before. but they are just the Grinch. Is all they are.
Grinch. They're just the Grinch with
They're
white
just
fur.
Jim Carrey romping around the glaciers.
I'm like, that is a Grinch bod.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse, honestly, but yes, this is a shocking revelation. I like the blue undertones.
Yeah, I think
It's
the
simple.
painting's really good. Is this a squad?
Yeah.
I like their clubs. They could have gone really simple with it, but the blue undertones. Oh yeah, I would say low A. They look like the Grinch, and that's hard to see past. But the Grinch is.
I think that makes them better.
Okay. They even the fact that you can tell, the contour of the fat and the shape on the figure is impressive.
Yeah.
Because that's not an easy thing to capture. Their faces are actually really good too.
They're really cool. That dark with the white eye.
Yeah, white characters are hard, and they did a really good job with the blue undertones.
And that guy does squats.
That does so many squats.
Look at that. Look at that booty.
They're just so. Maybe they're just all women and they're all just pregnant.
Why is that the only woman to find butt? The other ones just have kind of these lumps, but this one has that little curve. I don't know.
It's just Oh, I didn't like these guys. I didn't like these
I think
guys.
these guys look great.
What?
That guy doesn't. That guy brings them down. He looks like he can't find his nose.
They're not really. As if you look at a bunch of the unique squads, they're kind of all the same.
Yeah.
I could use some variety between them.
That's true compared to the Sentinels or whatever.
Yeah, there's you look. I don't like their blue boots. I think it's.
They do have Hulk pants.
They have Hulk pants, blue boots. They have the exact
and
same
they are wearing
swords.
sandals with socks. That's kind of unforgivable.
Yeah, and it's just kind of if you look at this squad and you look at the dwarf squad.
I like the colors, honestly, of them.
I like the colors, but in different places. I
think this one's cool.
I think that one's cool.
That one's the coolest of the mix.
I like their brown wings. I think that's interesting.
I like that they're different ethnicity. I like that the curved swords.
I wish they could make them a little bit more distinguishable. They made the orcs distinguishable and the dwarves,
Yeah.
and so I don't think they can be as higher tier as those
I'm gonna
guys.
C tier for
Yeah.
them. I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're fine, but their colors.
They don't make me mad, but now
Their
looking
color
at them-
scheme from the waist up is amazing, but the purple.
The purple is the card. They look when they're on their card. They look.
It looks
really
great.
Good.
I think the purple could have been a little bit more muted maybe and not have blue shoes. I don't know why their shoes are so blue. They are the knight, I guess. But the masks are kind of a cool concept.
They're unique, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
They got dreadlocks and mask on.
Yeah.
This
Eldgrim, the Viking
guy,
champion.
he's just a sad little Viking boy.
He's just a sad little Viking
He's
boy.
definitely not a dwarf.
He's not. I thought he was.
Nope, he's just a sad little Viking guy. He's
Uh,
got a lot of colors, but I don't know if they work.
I think his pose is tough.
He's got a tough pose. Look at that size of that dagger, okay? Look at that dagger size. This guy's all weirdly
Not a
proportioned.
dwarf.
He's not a dwarf.
His concept is interesting, but I like the boots. But he has tiny ankles.
Yeah, his
purple-
all his scale is
It's kinda
I'm gonna
weird.
Give this guy a D tier because
I give him a D tier. His pose is kind of clunky.
the colors don't really match.
I like his pointed toe.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
But
What is up with his shield?
that's probably just because it's old.
I like his face. His face is great.
His the front half is definitely.
But
better than the
if
back
they
half.
tilted the axe out a little bit more to make
Yeah.
a more interesting silhouette,
I'm gonna give him a D tier. He's kind of.
I give it T tier. It's not a great sculpt.
Bad colors.
His name is Eldgrim, though.
That's a pretty good name.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd say D tier. He's better. I think better than any of these guys.
Yeah, he's high D tier.
Yeah.
Emerald. I think he's probably
Emerald.
the worst elf.
I forgot about Emerald. I like his stick.
His
I
stick is
like the wrap around his stick and his gloves.
big poofy gloves.
I love his big poofy gloves. Is this the
Uh,
dad of the other guy?
No, this is just a guy.
Oh. His face isn't great and his sword isn't great.
It's too much white. I saw someone do a repaint of him, and they did I forget what colors they did. I think it was greens or whites. I don't like the hair.
I think the
don't like-
hair is, yeah,
I think he's
a C or D
he might
tier.
be D tier.
I love his staff. His
his
staff,
pose is really cool.
his pose is very
His
cool.
staff is cool, but it's just too much white.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had a red cloak.
Or a red belt. I like his white cloak actually. It's just kind of his.
I wish this was a different color here.
Yeah, and his sword is kind of
Yeah, I wish he had like 2 hands with the staff.
I like the staff and the sword, but his sword, like his staff, is way better.
Kinda weird.
Yeah, his sword is kind of weird.
All right.
And he doesn't have eyebrows.
Are we saying C or D?
Low C, maybe?
Yeah, probably. I don't think
because
he doesn't offend me.
No.
But he's definitely the worst elf wizard. Well, actually, no, he's not. There's going to be someone coming up that is the worst elf wizard.
Empress.
No, I think
Kiova.
she works really well. I think she's A tier. The purples and the yellows work really well together. They do work well together. That gemstone.
I like how the hilt are different colors. Like they kind of chose a different color scheme. I like her. I think she's fine. I wish she had the black raven wings of her people. Squad. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I think the only problem is that this part right there, like the bottom of her dress, is a little weird.
That's true. There's nothing back here.
Yeah, I don't understand why she's so curved.
That's true.
But yeah,
I do like that she's in a defensive
She's kind of unique. Yeah, she's kind of unique.
Her poofy little hat. I guess we'll not do A tier.
I'll do high B tier though.
High B.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
So I think she's fine, and I think her color scheme works well.
I like her more than Deadeye Dan.
She's pretty cool. I think her hat's kind of funny, but I think it's also unique.
Yeah.
I think it's Finn the human.
Not Finn the human. Well, I mean, you're not wrong, but
is that bird part of his hat?
Yeah, he's got a little.
Or is that actually an animal?
No, it's just a little eagle emblem. He doesn't have like a bird that sits on his head. Now I can see that.
I've never noticed that bird before.
Yeah.
I love his blue sword. I love his cape.
The texture of the cape is really great. It's really just hits that like crinkly part of your brain. You're like, shadows.
It's interesting how he has like a space shield. I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, they did give it that to him. Like all his weapons are enchanted.
Oh, that's kind of cool. The problem is his legs.
He is kind of I like him because he's classic, but if I just looked at this guy, he wouldn't be my favorite.
No, there's a lot. I like his bird hat.
It does look like a bird just wants to ask him a serious question.
He's like, "Hello, sir."
The blue sword's nice.
Blue sword's cool, but it's also a little clunky. This is also a really early piece.
Yeah.
I think the problem
is he doesn't give off Viking vibes. Like he looks more Roman.
Yeah, and also his kind of.
I would say C tier for.
I would say C tier. Also, his legs and like his boots are the exact same color as his like.
I think he's
skirt thing.
Like,
I like. He plays super great.
He's a fun unit to play with.
Yeah. Spiders.
I like the spiders.
I like the spiders.
Nice and simple. They look really cool.
Their design. They do animals pretty well.
Yeah, like they did the little touches, like these tufts are highlighted, which really kind of adds some dimension to the figure. I think these are A tier figures.
Yeah, I think so too.
Not much to say about them, but they look really nice.
They're just real nice.
They actually did like a shinier,
like the eyes,
shinier gloss on the eyes, which they didn't have to do, but it really helps it kind of pop out.
Yeah, I think it's real nice.
I would love these guys to be reprinted with like a red.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool.
Like a custom unit.
I think below the rats.
Right, that.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just gonna put all the tiny people in A tier.
Oh, is there any frogs?
Not yet.
Oh, that's so not yet.
No.
Hey, not speakeasies, peakies. Let's see.
Okay, so these guys are great.
Okay.
They all have unique weapons, unique poses.
They
did a lot with that middle section, and they don't have toes. Like.
They don't have toes.
That design on there that could have just been flat, solid. These guys are solid A tier.
Yeah, I really don't like the blue that they used, but I like that helmet a lot and these weapons. I will say A tier. I won't say S tier. I don't like the blue.
This one is my favorite. This one bumps up the whole squad by a whole bunch.
I like the axe.
The axe is unique.
They're all unique squads, so I will say A tier, but I don't think it's S tier.
I will accept that decree.
Da 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 da.
Up to A. I think they are about right here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Gorillinators.
They're gorilla cyborgs.
They're kind of cool if you look at them all individually.
I think they're B tier.
But also, like, that guy kind of brings them down a bit.
Yeah, I'd say B tier.
Too shiny. They're B tier.
They got overalls on.
They do. Like
they shoot guns.
This one's cool, but like honestly, this one is like I wish the rest were kind of like these two don't give off strong gorilla vibe. Like this is the only one that does feel like a big hulking
gorilla.
Gorilla.
They have toes.
Well, these ones can.
I
actually
doubt
have
that
toe.
was more like joy. Like,
Joy.
toes where they should be. I'm still
Yes.
really bothered that they
I'm going to
like
make a robot race, but give them detailed
give them detailed toes. Why would you do that?
Give them like right here. I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, like
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I think the other guy's a lot cooler.
Grimneck.
Oh,
classic,
Grimneck.
big dinosaur and a guy.
Okay, now we have to like look at this objectively because we played this character a
He's got
lot.
bow and arrows, no range. Never wanted to think about that. He's got swords that don't really reach down to the ground. Never want to think about that because it's a.
Does he have two eyes on this side of his
That's
head?
like a
Ear?
air vent.
Air vent. Look at his little hands. I've never noticed his little
He's got
hands
a lot
before.
of fun little details that you can just look at.
Little hands. He looks like he's eating pasta.
Yeah, he's like, this is a good pasta.
I don't.
I think he's A. I don't like how his axe blocks his eye.
And he also kind of looks like he's got like 12 chins. What do you like? Oh, no, I think
You know
about
what? You can't judge him because he likes to chomp people.
that. Oh no! I'm sorry.
I think
Where did the thing go?
it might just be for presence alone. Might bump him up to A tier though.
He does have a presence. Yeah, he's a freaking dinosaur.
It's pretty iconic. It's whenever Grimneck's on the field, he doesn't last long because people take him down.
Because he's terrifying.
He's a giant dinosaur. I'd say A tier.
I'll say A tier.
I feel bad giving Grimneck any lower than A tier.
I don't think S tier because I think kind of just based on some
I don't
model
think he's
stuff.
an S tier, but I think he's a good, cool model.
His arms could be a little longer.
Who's?
Grimneck.
He's a T-Rex. You can't.
Yeah, but like
He's low A tier.
I don't know.
But if you want to
Grok. Oh,
Rock Riders,
I didn't like how these guys looked like human faces, like Green Goblin faces.
Yes. Fancy meeting you here, Spider-Man.
It's like basically.
The Groks are more cool than the Riders.
They're just. I don't. This guy's having way too much fun.
Woohoo!
The middle guy.
I don't know if they're.
Well, you gotta go back. I need more time to look at them. I don't want to look at him anymore. He did his time.
You did your time.
You did your time. I don't know. It's just that guy's having so much fun.
Woohoo!
I wish they had pants on.
Some metal bits on there. Like
I know. I'm talking about the skeletons.
But usually, like the Morrow have like some metal bits.
Yeah,
like that part right here, painted metal.
like they're just riding into battle naked, and I'm uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
And this guy's
The
having.
Groks are really cool. I think the Groks.
The
are
Groks
cooler
are
than
like
the guys
shark
riding them.
goblin dogs.
I think high B tier would be a good spot.
I can do that. I can agree with that. I don't think they're A tier. We use them a lot,
You
though.
know what? I could actually B tier, yeah. B tier.
I just love how their whips are made of skeleton bones.
It's a
And
spine. They just rip someone's spine out. And
Yeah.
Say, this'll do. I think
this'll do.
it's kind of right there.
It's just, yeah.
I think that feels better. All right, let's see.
Rock red. Yeah, they're yellow. They're like, they look aquatic,
Yeah.
which I think is fine. But this guy, so much fun. Okay. Guilty McCreech. Okay.
Really fun to play with.
His pose is pretty good, actually.
It's a very unique.
He's got
pose.
some fun designs on his back.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, though.
It's like a butterfly.
Kind of does look like a butterfly.
You actually don't have a lot of characters like pointing guns at people,
Yeah.
which is,
I like how his boots and pants are one thing.
He looks like just a nasty little guy. You wouldn't want to meet in someone.
Yeah, he looks like just a desperado.
Yeah.
Oh, he does look like a little jerk. I just saw his face.
Like he's got a little mustache.
He's got like that underbite?
Yeah.
Overbite? I think it's an underbite.
That's his under.
I would say,
A tier. I think he's a good designed human. You
Yeah.
know, he fits the bill.
I would
He's
say
got a cool-
low A tier.
Low A tier. I'd agree with that.
He's not better than Grimneck. Oh.
Sounds a
Oh.
little odd.
What's his name?
Gurioni.
Guriani.
Someone I got recently.
Oh, I like the blue hair. His leg pants,
Some
bands.
interesting color designs. some
I love
interesting
that
modeling
cape.
choices.
That how how it folds over with where the weapons
Yeah.
are.
I think this might be an A
That's
tier.
really cool.
It's
I,
really
that alone might win me over.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work doing folded
a lot
material.
of unique colors.
His
lot of-
eye is actually
Like
really
the
good.
texture on the cape.
I think the only thing I would like say, oh, go back a little bit. I think the only thing I might say is like
He's kind of cluttered.
He's kind of cluttered, which is true, but I think also his face could use a little bit more distinction color-wise.
Yeah.
Except his eye. His eye is great. I love the blue hair. That works really well.
I don't know if it's enough to bump him down, but I'd say a low A as well. He looks really cool.
Like his build is really, really cool. Like his belly and that yellow. Yeah, I would say it's really cool. I would give that a low A.
Modeling and presence overcomes.
Yeah. I'd say a low A.
Low A.
Oh, you got some new comments, I think.
Oh, let me check them out. Yo, how's my day, people? Thanks for walking in, Snapdragon. We are tier listing figures from a game that was released in 2004. We are doing pretty good.
I ate cauliflower today, so I'm living the dream.
I'm joined here by, for those that just tuned in, I'm joined here by my sister, Wayward Notions, and we are going through figures from the game Heroscape. Yeah, it's an old game. It's been out of print for a while.
It's been out of print for 15 years? 20 years?
I don't know. It's been a while. I think the game went out, I think it's actually been 13 years, 12, 13 years since this game has been in print. I love it. It's modular. You can see it behind me. You can like build maps and fight. It's like if you want to build Legos and smash your action figures together, but you also want to play a board
strategy.
Game.
Yeah.
This is what the game. It's called Heroscape. It's a fun game. They're bringing it back.
Hopefully.
No.
Oh, they actually are?
The company bought it.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
So it's actually happening.
It'll be really cool.
Right now, we're just looking at the figures. I filmed them all, and we are
ranking them
just based purely on how they look
and their toes.
I
Ooh, okay.
Love this guy is S tier.
I don't like yellow, but this is okay. Let me see the full turnaround for this. The yellow and the black and that kind of deeper yellow, and the little details on his armor in the back. That's pretty cool.
It's a pretty sick model. He's got like. Still the katana.
It's a little crab claw at the top.
Yeah.
Hatamoto Taro.
He's S tier. I'm gonna give.
Yeah.
He plays like an F tier character, but that color is.
And honestly, the detail of the banner is really cool. Yeah, I'd give it an S tier, low S tier.
Pretty much, I think that says hero in Japanese.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I think the sword pose is very well done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say S tier. Also, I remember what tier lists we're doing for mine is the Muppets and all like the Muppets Rogue Gallery.
Yes.
I love the Muppets.
This goes A tier, right? And where?
You should just like widen, make it taller.
I should do that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And this one.
S tier.
S tier.
Is this our first S tier?
No, we've had a couple.
Have we? Oh. Oh yeah, we have.
Dragons. I think it goes right there.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Hatamoto Taro.
All right, we got the heavy Gruts. I think they're better than the Blade Gruts.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're more covered, but they're less unique.
I'm not really interested in looking at them. They all have the same weapon.
That is true.
Mostly the same weapon, at least.
They are kind of bland.
Yeah,
but they look kind of cool. Well, thanks for singing by a Snap. Always good talking. Low B.
I would say low B. I
think they're better than the Blades.
I am bored looking at them, so we'll do B. I would even maybe do C, but they're better than a lot. I think they're better than those guys. He's the worst ninja wearing bright red.
That is a good point.
Unless you're Kai from Ninjago, but
he
was also not a great ninja.
Knockoff. Like,
I don't.
No details there. He's cool pose.
I guess his pose is pretty cool, but like, why are you bright red? You are ninja. That's like the brightest red you can acquire. Also, his face kind of looks like a mummy.
Okay, I'll give him.
I'd say C tier. Oh, like C, low C tier. Terrible ninja. 0 out of 10. Look for bright red.
Did I not upload this one?
That makes sense.
Okay, so this is good because I thought I had a couple I was missing. So.
I mean, at least you weren't missing any cool ones. Just the worst ninja. He can't hide anywhere except from your tier list.
Let's see, the tier inspiration for you, I guess.
Zephin, write it down.
Yeah.
Is she related to the other guy? Like, are they siblings? What was their story?
She's part of the S&Y family. I forget how she's related to them. I think she might be Cyprin's sister.
Okay. I also never understood her pose. She's like, double stab. Wait, sideways.
Side
stab. I think she's cool, though. I don't understand.
I actually think she's my least favorite vampire.
I think she's fine. Let me look at her face.
Actually, I would put her D tier.
Oh, really?
She doesn't have any, like, cool bats on her.
She doesn't have any bat emblems.
How will people know she's a vampire? I'm going to give her a D tier. That's my ranking.
I'm going to bump you up to a C tier. She's not that bad. Except for the side stabbing.
I think the pose is bad.
The pose is actually pretty bad.
It's awkward. There's not a lot of detail.
All orange hair is awkward. I will give...
I think she's high D tier. I think she kind of sucks.
She could be better. Yeah, okay. I will say high D tier. Just her double stab.
She has some cool armor on, but like literally it's just like...
I think she is wearing armor, but it's not cool.
It's all like black leather.
Her face is surprisingly good.
Her face is good.
I don't understand her pose very much.
No, she's
I think it was supposed to be like this, but it looks like...
It's just, I don't like it.
Okay. I don't have super high feelings about her.
No one does.
I like her name's Iskra. I think that's cool.
And go back to the past.
I think these guys are fine. They do their job.
I like the red.
I think I like the details of the armor.
Like this
guy is Samurai Jacking it hard, and I love it.
Like this guy's the best.
Except his sword is very small.
That's the Kanto.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever it's called. That one's the best figure. Like,
yeah.
The other two kind of.
I like this pose.
That one was pretty cool.
I don't like the other guy's pose.
I'd say B tier or C tier?
I'd say B tier. These guys.
Low B tier.
Yeah, I think these guys do their job pretty well.
They look pretty nice, but
they're unique.
I don't really like this guy.
He's just bad Indiana Jones.
That's true. He's a cowboy. And also he takes.
I like his back foot.
Other character who has a shotgun.
He's got a lot of beige. Not a fan of beige, but his back foot is pretty choice.
I actually really don't like this guy. Like, how do you have a whip and have it be kind of like a boring part of your
personality
model? Like, that's his main thing.
I don't like how his coat looks like a fancy dress coat and not like a trench coat. I feel like if he had a trench coat, he'd be cooler.
Yeah, if it was a full-on trench coat.
Yeah, I don't like his face is part of his shoulder, so like I think he's fine, but I don't.
D. I'll give him.
I'll give a D. Yeah.
He's the worst.
I don't like these color schemes very much. There's a lot of beige.
It's a boring coat. Like if he had like some blue jeans on.
Johnny Shotgun Sullivan. That is a. I like the pose of his cape.
Johnny Shotgun's better than.
His boots are bad. Boots are important to me. These are bad boots.
You are like the foot analyst. He's pretty good.
I like how he kind of looks like a preacher. That's kind of a cool effect. Like it makes it kind of unique. I would say like B tier, honestly.
Yeah.
Worst way to spell Jordan.
White moms be like Jordan. I give him low B.
Yeah, I'd say
this is my least favorite.
Yeah.
The fire is cool.
The stick is not cool. It's shorter than her.
Yeah, it's a lame
She needs
stick.
pants.
Also, once you see her face, you'll be like, ew.
Her hair is kind of cool, though.
Yeah, her hair's cool. Also, she's like really small.
Oh, yeah. Her boots are interesting. Oh, she doesn't have fun gloves like the other elves.
She has like poorly crafted. Like I don't know what the modeler did, like or the painter did, but look at that face.
Yeah.
This is a D tier character.
Yeah, it is.
Like this is
her face was wiped off with a magic eraser.
Like, this is a bad model. Like,
it's not great. Yeah, I would say D tier. Low D tier, actually.
How cool the other elves are.
Oh, Jotun's so good. But yeah, low D tier for Jordan. Her also low D tier. Yeah, I think she's better than him.
I think in terms of actual aesthetics.
That's true. I think I just like her more. Oh, Jotun.
S tier.
S tier, man. That sword, like the proportions are amazing.
He's just big boy.
Big boy, giant man with like they patchwork.
His armor, he's got these big long arms.
Like the details are incredible, but they don't take away.
He's got red hair, but doesn't
It's not obnoxiously red.
Yeah.
The color schemes like complementing. Hey, I wasn't done yet.
Toad needs more praise.
He really does. Like his colors, because a thing with color schemes is there are opposite colors that people will use, like red and green or purple and yellow, and they'll use it. But sometimes it's too jarring, too much contrast, and these blend really, really well. I like the detail on his like bracelet is incredible.
Yeah.
S tier.
S-tier.
His sword is so cool. He's fun to play.
In terms of presence, look, and sculpt, yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
S tier, I think.
Better than
Right here.
yeah. I agree with that. Jotun. It's just a cool name. His hand. Look at that hand. That hand is so
he doesn't
dynamic.
Feel like just a big person.
No.
He feels like a different species. This guy.
He's kind of a lot going on.
But like it works out. Like okay, look at this blue and this orange and this purple. Like that's kind of a bold. Like that's kind of. It's kind of like.
I want to see his face because those colors are cool, but his face seems weird to me. He looks like a terracotta mask with a cat on its head.
Yeah. I don't like how this just kind of goes off of the side like that.
Yeah.
Like the backside is definitely
like
nice.
I don't like the pose. I'm not a big fan of the pose and his arms. His arms are very big and beefy.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of awkward to have a sword and a bow and arrow.
Just shoots his sword.
I was playing Halo one time, and someone hacked it, so every time they shot their rocket launcher, it would just shoot an energy sword at you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what came in.
I think his thing is too busy.
That's true. Like
I don't really know what I'm looking
like
this flowy thing right here, and the fact that he shoots swords instead of bows is great.
Like, what is that on his?
I think it's a little.
Snake?
I don't know. Like in his head thing, I think it's a little too busy, and his proportions are a little.
I
off.
think the colors are really good though.
The colors are great. Yeah,
the little blue beads really complement him.
Yeah.
But you also don't get the feeling of like a strong archer from him.
No, because he shoots swords at you.
Yeah.
Like a dunce.
I'm going to give him C tier.
I would say C tier. Probably a low C
I
tier.
think that might be a controversial take. I think people are going to...
Like, I see why. I see the colors, and I like his bow, but it's kind of... He's very...
When you look at him close up, there is a lot kind of going on.
There's a lot going on, and I don't really know what it is type of deal. Like, I don't know. What's on his head? I know it's like a hat type of thing, but it looks like a cat.
I think that's supposed to be like a...
I like his boots. His boots are great. 10 out of 10. Would boot again. That one got Mandy. Okay.
He's boring, but the colors are nice.
Colors are nice.
I'm just a sucker for that bright blue with that
yeah,
orange and the purple.
that accent. What is that? Pause right now. What is that texture right there and underneath his armpit?
He has like leather armor.
Oh, okay. It looks like a werewolf fur. He's too shiny. I like. Oh, look at his feet.
Well, also it's probably.
Look at his. Oh, I love his pants. Yeah. His pants.
He's got a lot of fun little details when you look at him.
I wouldn't say he's an S tier character.
His pose is so boring.
His pose is very boring. The concept is very interesting, but I really like the details from his like hip down.
Yeah.
I don't like his face too much.
He's got the mask on.
Yeah, it's just the mustache. So I would say I think he's almost too colorful for me.
I like that he's colorful. I think that's his only redeeming grace. But his pose and
B.
his...
I'd say B.
I'd probably say A.
What?
Just aesthetics alone.
I don't know. His pose
This
is
is kind of a weird one because he's kind of cool, but also kind of lame.
Yeah.
I think he's more lame than cool.
Okay, I can see that. Oh, this next one's cool. Kimoshi.
This was actually designed by a kid that submitted this in
really?
for the contest, and that was the design they came
I
up
love how it has a lollipop. It's like a spider, like a skeleton drider witch. Her concept is really cool, properly scary.
Back here is kind of
a little rough.
But that bottom spider work.
The abdomen.
I wish she was holding.
I wish she had like hag, like wear or something.
Yeah, she needs like something.
She needs like charms or like kind of shredded clothing.
Like her arms were not connected to her legs. Like I feel like
that
downplays the coolness of like having outstretched legs.
She's like.
I think A.
I think she might have to be B just because I think she's really cool. But her figure kind of doesn't follow through on that. Okay.
D.
Yeah.
I repainted this.
Yeah, I actually helped with that.
Yeah, this is one of the first figures I repainted, so I actually had to go back and paint it back to the original
It was
colors.
really bad.
But this is the original colors I repainted it back to after I painted it with
Yep.
skin tone. It looks better with skin tone.
It does.
It looks a lot better, but this gray is just bad.
Her weapon is kind of confusing.
Yeah, it's just solid blue with no wash when all the other characters have wash on them. So the shadows are blank.
Her hair is okay.
Her hair just needs wash on it, and honestly, like
I'm not a big fan of the outfit.
it looks a lot better when you add like a flesh tones to it. Like,
Yeah, I like how she's up on her tip of her toes and stuff like that, but her fingers are pretty
she doesn't
chunky.
get like healer vibes, which is what she is.
Yeah, I don't like her staff. Her staff could be kind of cooler.
No, the staff should have red. Red would be really cool.
Red or like green or yellow.
Yeah. D.
I'd say D. She's kind of the Kyrie. She's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
And also her staff is huge. Kasumet, the Dark Lord. This guy, okay.
This guy's so funny because he's a Dark Lord. His bio, I just want to talk about him. His
Let's do
bio
it.
is like he wipes down waves of enemies, and he's like 3 lives. I know that doesn't affect
He's
us.
really weak.
He's just a funny guy.
He's just a little gremlin.
He is a little gremlin. He doesn't give, like he's a cool model. I wish he was like a 20-point little filler guy instead of like the
super dark warlord. He's kind of not skeevy. He's just kind of a scamp.
Like especially like he's like this big, and the Nubian wolves are like this big.
Mm-hmm. I like him though. He's so bad. What is his shield? He's got a surfboard or like a boogie board.
He's got a cutting board.
A cutting board for a shield.
But I do like the little accents on his necklace.
Like I like him.
I don't know where to put him.
I don't know either because he's not great, but I kind of like him.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a B tier.
Let's give him a B tier.
Like he's kind of a cool model, cool pose.
He's
but
got
also like he doesn't fit with what he's supposed to be.
No.
I'm gonna give him a little B.
He tries to be though.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are pretty cool.
These guys are pretty good, pretty solid. I like the shiny Heroscape medal.
Yeah.
The blue shields with stickers on them are great.
Yep. They all got fairly unique weapons.
Fairly unique weapons, poses. I wish they had brown belts.
Yeah, kind of have that contrast.
But
I think they're
A-tier.
fine. What?
I think A tier. I think they're good.
Let's see.
I think low A tier.
I can agree to that. Their poses are pretty good. They're not too busy. Each of their like armors are a little bit unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, bug.
Bug.
Yeah, okay. I'd say
They're
A tier.
A tier, but with nothing special attached.
A
to
tier,
it.
nothing special. But also nothing wrong. Ugh. I don't like that pose.
That's the only pose.
It
I
is
do
the
like.
most open to being stabbed.
Well, these guys have like. It's better than this one. Like this guy is playing billiards. I don't know. I don't know where to go on these.
I don't
ones.
really like these guys.
I like the blue. The blues.
I think the blue's fine. It's just kind of
browns. And
they don't
grays.
seem like a unit.
They do kind of seem all over the place. Like this guy is so cool. Like he almost feels like he should be a hero. I like this guy, but he is a little too out there just to be a.
Yeah, he's gonna get shot in the stomach. I don't really like this group. I'd say C.
I thought they'd rank up higher, but
Like they're fine.
you got Sokka though.
They got Hakoda.
Yeah.
Some Avatar reference there. Like their arms kind of merge into like this guy's arms kind of merge into it. I like his shiny pants.
Yeah,
I don't like
I'll
that
give him
pose.
a high C. You don't like that pose?
I don't like
well,
that
the
pose.
thing is, they're like running towards their enemy.
Then his arms would be back like that because he's running like this with 2 swords. Like, come at me! It's bad swordmanship.
I'll take your word on it and give him a high C.
I know because I have to draw swords all the time because in D&D everybody only uses swords.
No.
They're just people.
There's some guys. They're actually not even really interesting. People.
No, this guy. Oh, he has glasses.
Yeah. I
Oh,
always call this guy Dusty for some reason.
Dusty. I don't know. They're uninteresting, but their models are fine.
Low C.
I like that he's wearing a tie.
That is classy of him.
She looks like Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not.
I'm trying to think more based on the Matrix.
Yeah, like Trinity or whatever.
Yeah, they're okay.
They're fine. I'm not really.
I don't think
Their
anyone's favorite
shoes aren't great.
No.
F tier. For
Would not boot again.
would not boot again. I don't know. Their faces are kind of bad. I would go D tier maybe.
Yeah.
Like they're nostalgic, but like their models
true.
aren't great.
Just objectively, they are kind of sucky. I would give them like there. Yeah. Krug. S tier.
Let me just remind I love his sword.
His pose.
His pose is so good.
Scroll, I think is his sword's name. Look at that,
yep,
blue,
the accents. Red. Yep. I'm very impressed with this.
The skull at the end of it.
The little details and
enough texture on the back to not make it boring.
Or to not look like your road dog guy that you like so much. Yeah, like the wraps.
The rope on his hand.
Yeah, honestly, S tier. This is a great design.
That little metal plate there. There's so many little fun details.
And it's not symmetrical, so it feels more natural.
Yeah,
so yeah,
he's like,
his face is great too.
His like slope is like. Wow.
He's got like 10 toes on each foot.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He doesn't even need boots. He just has little anklets.
Yeah, I'd say S tier. That's great.
I think Krug is iconic. He's great. In the Escape community, we're all trying to get like, because there's a lot of like steampunk pirates. We're trying to. I'll have to show you the sketch when.
Better than he's better than that guy.
I think I put him here.
Yeah.
Let me show you a sketch real fast of.
I think Jotun is better than Krug.
I think Krug is better, but.
Jotun is a very hard piece to make good, and they did it amazingly.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I'm showing you. Someone did a sketch of Captain Krug. That's me. I did that.
You did that.
No, but people have been submitting the sketches of Captain Krug. I'm trying to find it. This
one that's kind of cool. That's a cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
It's kind of the same
like
concept,
a cannon,
but he's got a big cannon that shoots out, and they like took the elements of the sword and put it on the cannon.
I love the texture they used for this. This is really cool.
On them. I just thought you would appreciate.
Yeah, that's really cool.
There was a dandelions. Captain Krug showing. Kamiko. D tier.
Her hair is fine. Her boots are great. Well, actually, no, they're not.
Boot review.
Boot review. No.
D tier.
Yeah.
I just literally cannot say anything good. The blue's nice, I guess.
The blue is nice.
But I don't.
Better ninja than the other guy.
I don't want to spend too much time with Kamiko.
No.
I actually like Kamiko a bit more.
Yeah, she's fine. She's got a little hoe.
A little
hoe in case she wants to garden.
Yeah.
Do some garden assassination. I don't know. She's kind of boring.
Yeah. But kind of like offensive kind of boring.
Offensively boring. I don't like her stick.
Okay, so how do you hold this
Quintella Gwyn.
Okay, so I'm really just...
Hey, why is she pink?
She's got these pink Barbie boots. Like, just imagine holding a stick like this. Like,
it's bad. I don't like this one at all.
I think it would be better if she was holding the stick like this, but it's like...
Yeah, like you look at... Yeah.
Look at that, like...
Hand.
That's like when you're messing around with Hero Forge and your limbs just get to a position where you're like, this is not how, people operate.
Because the other elf... Is she an elf?
Yeah.
The other elf's color schemes are very interesting and earthy and natural, and she's just like vibrant
Like, she's
pink.
a princess, I get it.
Those
but pink boots... That I just don't like how she's holding this.
The stick,
staff.
like
it's the worst way to hold a staff.
And also, the staff is not taller than her, and it's kind of boring because like that.
Yeah, it was like a cool, elaborate staff.
Yeah.
But it's like
I feel like they could have made her a lot interesting. Like maybe had her like have her dress flow in the back a little bit,
flowy dress.
And like interesting hairstyle. But like this is just kind of.
I like the sculpt of the hair at least.
I like the sculpt, but it's also kind of boring for like a princess. If you're gonna have pink,
like, if you're gonna have an elven,
have an elven princess with bright pink boots, you gotta up the fabulous level. I think she's fine actually. I think she's better than Jordan.
It really is. Laglor's pretty cool.
Laglor's pretty cool. He's just a gorilla with like gun,
he just
flag.
Has a flag. Like, I don't know how to
This is like the
person.
same feeling of watching Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, wow, this is an experience of epic proportions.
It's
also,
like,
there's gorillas.
It's like the remakes of Planet of the Apes. Like, it shouldn't be this good.
It shouldn't be this good. I don't understand his swords, I guess.
I think, yeah, that's the only part I never understood about that.
I don't really understand
like,
that.
Actually triggers that he, like, squeezes. And,
but
I love the little line work on the
the line work for that flag is really cool. I don't know, I'd say A tier. I think it's fine.
Little red dots on the end of the...
yeah, he's got a little boot. Is that a boot or a peg leg?
Yeah, he's got like a little robot.
Okay, he's got a little robot. Like, I think his coloring is a little muddy.
I wish he had something more in his face. Like that's my only problem.
Yeah, his face
like,
and coloring's a little
muddy. It doesn't
muddy.
look like he's like going like this. Like,
No, it's a little rough.
But the flag and
I'd say low A.
Low A, but I think the flag really.
The flag, if he didn't if it was just that, it would be a very unimpressive figure.
I like these guys. They're Scottish. Again, kind of same issues as Alistair. They don't have any details on their kilts. The blue hat guy does raise them up a couple.
Because he's wearing a blue beret.
Yeah, he's just.
Everyone else is like armor, and he's like, nah, I'm wearing my painter's beret.
Yeah.
I would do a Scottish accent, but it'd be offensive to Scotland. So.
Yeah.
I like this guy's pose.
I like
it's
the
very
old guy. It's very stoic.
I like the old guy.
I don't like this.
I don't
guy.
like how it fuses into his.
I don't like this
Scottish.
guy. It looks like he stabbed himself.
With
Off.
the wrong end of the spear.
I do like this guy. But that's just.
With his weird fishing hook, his Maui fishing hook.
I would give him a low C tier.
Yeah.
I used to like these guys more, but I think.
I never really liked them. They're too green.
Do you like them more or less now?
I like them more than Alistair.
Yeah, they got a little bit more personality.
Yeah.
Alistair cutie.
Major cute 9. He's got a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
Jordan liked to play this guy a lot.
Yeah.
He's got some powerful shoulder pads.
That's they call them shoulder pads.
Honestly, the rest of it, I remember.
But honestly, the pads take up so much detail. Actually, once you get here, you forget
that he's not anything to look at. I would say that's not good. That might be a D or C tier.
Give Q10. I can't give him.
His shoulder pads are powerful.
Yeah,
I will admit.
I think they're so powerful they're gonna keep them in.
It's C tier. I wish I had shoulder pads like that. It's just like.
He's like right here.
Yeah.
Because you always imagine him having more detail.
I think he's better than. Why is he down here? Is he that low detail? That elf guy.
Yeah, I think we decided he's kind of.
He's not worse than this troll, man.
You know what? Fine. He can go here.
That is an acceptable position.
Like
he's not your weird iron thong road dog.
I like the road dog.
I know, but he's bad. He's not better. I don't really like him.
Yeah. I like how it says Q. I never realized that. Actually, it says Q9 there. That's the first time I ever noticed that. He's got a kill count of.
Does he? Is that what that is?
I think so.
I think those are just buttons to turn them on.
They have different journals on them.
Okay, this one is great.
This one's pretty cool. Like, in terms of aesthetics, I love just that red.
Silhouette and the vein structure. He feels like a robot. He feels like an improvement.
Not too much of a robot.
He doesn't have toes. Yeah, I think this design.
I think he's high A. I don't know.
I think he's high A. Like, I think S tier would make it like these details right here would be like maybe different
but
color.
that white gun is really unique.
The white gun and like he does have toes.
But they're like built in. They're like elephant toes.
But why? Whatever. But like his arms and guns are ew.
The color, I just like the colors.
I think he's great. I think he's high A tier.
I would agree. Now, next one, we might have some S tier.
Ugh, he's so gross looking. Why does he have the what's his name? Inspector Gadget's villain Claw, Dr. Claw or whatever.
Claw ability, like that makes sense.
Okay, his pose is
I
bad.
would say this guy is S tier. I love him.
His pose is so bad, bro.
I would also understand why you would make him S tier.
Because he's fine.
I love this guy.
His sword is pretty,
Look at that.
bro. His sword.
He's a gladius. It's a gladius sword.
Okay, it looks okay. So this is gonna be a deep cut. You know, Eco Thrift in California when we lived there.
Yes.
They would sell these chili mango candies.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
He likes his chili mango.
He does not have tongue.
I love this guy. But also understand that he's not the best.
His hand detail's not great. It's just kind of fused into the sword.
He looks like he's going.
He does not have mouth. I like his little orange button.
Right there is a mouth.
Okay.
His orange button's so satisfying. He's got that detail work.
Give us a turn. His feet aren't very good. His feet need to be a little bit longer to be proportionate for how tall he is.
Bump him down to low B.
Okay, he's not S tier.
I would say he is.
He's S tier in your heart.
He is.
But he's not in quality.
I don't know what to think about this guy.
This guy's weirdo.
Yeah,
We played him so much. Marku Eisenwine.
Eisenwine, I think his name is.
He's like a double cursed vampire, which is kind of cool.
You're a vampire. Cursed again.
I don't know. I think, honestly, his pose and his silhouette, and like his presence is really good. S tier.
You think S tier?
I don't think S tier because I think he could use a little bit
I
more
don't
bits
like
and
how
bobbles.
his hands merge
They
into
do
his
kind of
feet.
merge like frog feet.
Yeah.
I would say A tier though. I don't
I wouldn't fight you on that. I
like
don't know if I agree,
like
but
he's not great, but he's double cursed vampire.
yeah, that's true.
He's cursed squared. And also, like, I can't complain about his design. It's really interesting. And the silhouette's his hands, I think his hands merge into his other limbs a little bit too much.
That's the only problem. Like, if he had, like frog fingers, like, that'd
Yeah.
be really scary.
So I might knock it down to a high B tier just of how much they merge together.
Yeah, it does kind of ruin him.
But
like,
still
he's just,
really
like, an
high.
Angry frog guy.
Yeah, I love him.
You wouldn't put him A because he was small.
No, it's okay. Marcus
So
Decimus
this is another one that
Gallus.
This is so rare.
Ooh.
Where the backside
The
is
backside's
cooler
really
than
cool.
The front
That's
side.
like they
He's
put
got
a little wolf,
a wolf pelt on.
the Roman, like all those little details. Look at his boots.
Yeah, he's got Roman boots. But the
Oh.
front side kind of doesn't look very.
His
interesting.
mouth.
Yeah.
I
I think the cape is so cool. We can keep him A tier.
Oh, that mouth.
For the mouth.
His hat's not great in the front either. His mouth looks like a Muppet.
But look at the coat.
It is a really cool
So
coat.
you're saying we shouldn't put him A tier, even though he's.
It looks like a Muppet. Muppets don't belong in A tier until next month.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's
S-
high B.
I think these guys are S tier.
These guys are great.
These guys are awesome.
They're
the
simple,
Marden Hounds.
but they
terrifying.
They are scary.
But like really dynamic and interesting. Like each one has a different pose and it's screaming and terrifying devil dogs, but I love them.
Yeah, I'll just give him S tier.
Yeah, I'll give them an S tier. I have no problem with that.
It's a design that's simple, but
I might have to leave in 10 minutes, just a heads up.
all right, we'll keep on going. So you can't go no more.
I think they're great.
I
S
think they're
tier.
Low S tier.
I think they're better than Braxis, actually.
You know what? I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah, they're great. I love them. They're much better than the other guys, right? The what are they called?
The Nagrubs.
No. The shark guy,
Oh,
goblin guy.
Grubs.
Yeah, they're way better than those.
Yeah.
They would be a pain to ride on because of the bones, but
Yeah. Well, these are hunting hounds.
that's true. They're really cool. They're actually in play really well. I love these guys.
These guys are just kind of little.
They're so weird and unique. I love them. I have no
I
problems
don't
with
have like
them.
any strong attachments to them, but they are kind of.
I'm trying to think of like any.
I personally would give them like B tier just because I don't have. Any,
Look at those mouths. They're so weird.
But I'm willing to give them low A for you.
Like look at this. Look at this silhouette, bro.
It's just a little. I don't know. I don't.
They're little weird
You
stoots.
just like them because they're small.
No, they make sense. They track. Their silhouettes are fine.
Give 'em low A.
Their colors blend well. They're properly terrifying. They're
The green is unique for the models.
yeah. I like them. They're great. Oh, I don't like these
These
ones.
guys are for how expensive these guys. Were.
I appreciate them wearing clothes, but why is it only shoulder pads?
Yeah, these guys.
I say D or F tier. These guys are not great.
Yeah, unfortunately, they cost a lot to get. But
What is their weapon? Is it
They-
just
they have
fingernails?
very long fingernails.
Ew! F tier! Okay, well, that guy is the redeeming one. I don't like him.
How they
I don't like how they look like luchadors.
That's what it is.
That's what,
luchadors.
yeah. I don't like how they look
I'll
like
go B tier.
luchadors
I'll
mixed
go-
with like a raptor. I think these guys might have to be F tier. Like, you're gonna wear armor, but only on your shoulder pads? Like, it's really bad.
It's true. They probably are one of the worst Marlowe squads.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Are
These
they
are-
wearing masks?
No,
No,
I
that's
think
just
they're
they just
fine.
have luchador
These
faces.
guys are.
I
think they're pretty cool. Their presence and their.
never understood their honeycomb heads.
I think it makes them unique because otherwise you just get what we had last time without that. That's where they some signal.
But now they're not really. Oh, really? I don't know. They look like tacos.
I like them.
You do like tacos.
I do like tacos.
I don't know. I just think there's other like
I think they're A tier.
groups. I always thought they were very boring of the Morrow clan, though.
I think they're so cool. I think they're the most unique Morrow squad.
Mm.
Like that dark, like for some reason they have like a yellow and a dark red.
Yeah.
And spears.
I will do low A or medium B.
I'll go A. I think they're A.
Okay.
I'll go A. I don't think they're the best, but I think they're pretty good.
I don't think they're A, but I do this because I love you. Yeah, I don't.
I like their back spines. I like a little.
They're not really interesting.
I mean, Morrows are tough.
Like, these guys are a lot more interesting.
That's true. I do like these guys more in terms of design.
Yeah, just pure design. These guys are way more interesting.
More than the Stingers.
Yeah, these guys are great.
I'd give these guys higher A tier.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, you put these guys next to those guys, they kind of don't really compare. They just got little sticks, while these guys have thigh guns.
That's true.
Guns.
You know what? Actually, now that he's just kind of stuck there, that does kind of feel right. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I will give these guys like that. No, not cool. Cooler than that groups.
Oop.
All right, let's see here. I am so hungry.
There's some Legos you can munch on.
Munch and crunch.
Any new messages?
Oh, let's check.
They're kind of a cool concept. Oh, yes.
Oh, hi, Megasonic. Thanks for swinging by. Sorry I missed your message.
We were critiquing.
I guess I could just stay here. We can kind of see it pretty well here. It's a big hive.
I liked the Morrow hive.
It's very
like,
unique.
I always thought it was really interesting.
I like the little bubbles.
That you could see the
That's a
skellies
nice touch.
growing.
I would
say it's fine. It's an interesting kind of creepy concept. I'd say A
That's a big
tier.
idea. I'd say A tier.
Yeah, and I think they pull it like the actual structure
It's
and
scary.
silhouette.
It's terrifying to look
Yeah, the actual structure and silhouette itself is really cool. Morrow Stingers, I'd say B tier.
I don't really like them.
Yeah, they're fine.
I would actually probably put them in C tier.
Okay, yeah, I don't have strong feelings on these guys. I just think the other guys are a lot cooler.
Knock them down a peg because they're so good at the game.
They're really good.
Yeah, I don't like.
They're fine. They could be cooler.
They could be cooler. Like.
Their guns are.
Their guns are the most interesting.
Their gun looks like the grandma grabby things. Like, just snatch. So, classics.
Classic, but honestly not very
Not
interesting.
very boring. Kind of seed design. Very good in combat though.
Yeah, that green on the gun is the only thing that saves them from being in D tier.
Yeah.
I would.
Their print isn't great, but we love them.
We love them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool though.
It's
Those
like Gen 1 Pokemon, they get kind of a pass. They're just like,
And you're like, oh, why are you a mime? And you're like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, she has a better mic than I do. I mean, Berksa, this guy's classic.
I don't like him, but I also think he's okay. He should have like armor or something.
Yeah, he just kind of merged with his
He's just
horse.
kind of like Centaur, but worse. He's got a gun. Like, he's got a sash for his gun. Just like give him a.
I thought he was A, but I'll give him low B.
Yeah, he's just give him clothes, and I get why they don't have clothes.
They're aliens.
I was gonna say because they like popped up from a pod person or whatever, but I guess that works too.
Might want to look at closer.
Oh yeah, that's itty bitty. Ooh. They're good ninjas.
These guys look farther. They're not even ninjas.
I know, but they look like they would be good ninjas. I'm
These
not.
guys look farther away than.
I think these guys are kind of boring.
I think they're mid C tier.
I'd say C tier. I'm not very interested in looking at them any longer.
Please get them off my screen. I think they're like that.
Yeah, they're boring. They can't really tell them apart, really.
No.
Their boots are fine. They've got really powerful knee pads. They got like hockey pucks.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Little angry face on the lion.
It's a gorilla.
A gorilla.
Gorilla. I like his axe a lot.
It's actually a hammer.
I like his hammer a
I
lot.
like-
His big belly.
Yeah, I like when they give him a big belly.
I love his boots. His boots.
I don't think he's as good as the axe grinders.
No, I think he's an A.
tier,
Yeah, I think it's solid A tier.
A.
Yeah, his design's really good. His face, the distinction of his nose from his eyes are
Yeah.
very good. So yeah, I'd give it an A tier.
I give him like right here.
I think he's better than the gorilla.
Gorilla.
We gotta watch Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah.
Stefan hasn't seen it yet.
It's almost spoopy season.
It is. I've been prepping.
Memory, classic.
I think it's fine. I think
Got a lot of tongue.
He's got a lot of tongue. He's like a Venom symbiote. I think it's a C. Or a B.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Cool.
I think
really
a
cool in
B.
the battle. I think he's B. I don't think he's terrible.
No. He's
I
got a lot of
think
bumps.
he's a little bit above average.
His eyes are kind of vacant.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'd say B.
I give him a low B.
I don't have a lot of feelings about. He's better than the skeletons, guys. The weird taco heads.
I like the taco heads.
I know, but they're
these
not.
Guys are cool, but
all
they
these guys
look
are
really
cool.
bland on their card because they're all red on a red card.
So let's see.
And also, I don't like how two of their poses are just them swinging axes in the air. I would have liked one to.
I think they're fine.
They're B tier.
I think B tier.
They look cool.
They're very strong. I like their. I don't know.
I think.
Their heads are a little small.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
They can't help that.
They can't help
I like
that.
to give them the shield the best part.
Yeah, honestly. They're very bright red.
Yeah.
Bad ninjas. These guys are fine. They're very unique. That guy looks like a hero and not a minion.
Yeah, like I feel like this guy shouldn't be with him. I feel like they got it mixed up.
Their colors are kind of not interesting, but their
good.
details are fine. I think like high
B.
C or B.
I think they're better than.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Yeah.
I don't have strong feelings about them.
It's kind of the M's kind of there's so many it just kind of drags on.
Oh.
I'm ready for this one. Oh,
Okay.
after this one. Mariko.
Is green.
It's probably the best looking ninja.
I would still say like C or D tier.
I'd say.
Not high C.
Right here. No.
No, she's like a low C.
Yeah.
She is yeah.
You know, I'm noticing a lot of green guys are going to the C. I think you're swaying that a bit. Green
They
is my
just-
favorite color.
Yeah, it's just she's a bad ninja.
This one actually would be a ninja in the forest at least.
Yeah, okay, I could kind of see that. It's just her face is Moore's
so
vein.
this is I don't know how you feel about this, but this is either a D tier or an S tier. There's no in between
No in between.
because he's so unique and he's got this
Weird.
He's got this dorky little hat on.
He's wearing a moose hat.
A moose hat.
And he's thrusting that gut of his out as far
And he's but he's kind of so bad. I love him. Like look at that. I'm gonna pause it.
Yeah.
Look at that little it's really bad.
What is he holding?
He's holding a
Time personified?
a banishing staff.
But it looks like a little.
That's why he's called Moore's Bane, because he banishes people more than the average person.
His
Wait till you meet
bro.
his rival,
Wait,
Leskeep.
look at it. Look at his boots. They're painted onto his dress.
Like I said, this is a very
Why is he wearing what is this texture? Is it like sheep? But he's also got like sheep gloves.
He's wearing, wool. He's a really bad. But
The
he
more I
almost
look
loops
at him-
back around. Like he's terrible.
The more I look at him, the more confused I get. Like this looks like a child's hammer. And does he have like a wristwatch? He's.
This is just a.
And what is on his head?
He's got a moose hat.
It's just why does he? And he's just wearing billowy robes.
I don't know where to place him.
I don't.
I
He's
almost want to put him in his own category.
Moore's Bane
M
category
tier.
for Moore's Bane. It's
Because
just
is he bad? Is he
he's
good?
not good.
But is he kind of like ironically good?
He is kind of just because of the moose hat.
The moose hat kind of does tip him over.
I don't understand what I'm looking at. I don't.
There's so much going. It's like probably the worst design.
It's like, bro, his boot is painted. He lost boot points.
It's just
I don't know what I'm looking at. It looks like he's made out of his dress is made out of bones.
He's like 10 different fabrics going on.
Yeah, and
He
none.
has a moose hat. He has like a staff that comes out of his armpit. He has like this little rock collection. He has like a stopwatch
That he keeps on him at all times.
He's just it's like so. I don't know. I don't know how to evaluate him. What would you say? Is he D tier or S tier?
I don't think he's S tier, but he's like wearing.
He's so funky that he's kind of.
He's so funky. But he's also like wearing a girdle.
Yeah.
I don't think he's good, but I'm willing to put him in his own category.
Okay, because I cannot.
He's probably D tier though,
He's
but his
like
nose is good.
He's like a character that's movie that's so bad that it's great. You know, so we gotta make a new tier because I literally don't know where to put him.
I mean,
How do you make a new?
I don't know. Delete row, add row above. So I will remind you, the last time we made a tier for a Pokemon for a thing all of its own was Fuecoco, because he was by far the bestest of boys. This is M from.
This guy's M tier. I don't know how to evaluate.
Okay.
He's a conundrum.
He's.
Aesthetic
I remember when playing with him, I had problems with this guy. I'm like, why is he so billowy?
Why does he have a moose
Why
hat?
does he have a moose hat? Why is his ribs giving birth to a staff that has a hammer for children at the top of it?
But he's like so bad.
That does feel right that he is in his own category, though.
He's a category.
All right, I think I got 4 more in me, and then I gotta go home.
All right, just let me know when you're ever done. We'll probably do this as a 2-parter.
Okay.
Or I can just sit here and evaluate them all by myself.
No, I don't mind doing it again. This is fun.
Okay, so red hair one's cool.
Brown hair one's
Terrible.
Yeah, more
It
like
looks
she's I
The black hair one's really good.
Yeah.
But this one.
So her arms are connected by a white void. I like how she's wearing like a different outfit, but look at her calves.
That's the thing, just puffy pants.
No.
These are like Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, I don't
They
really
got
like
purple
them.
guns. I don't think they're great, but
I would say C
this one
tier.
alone brings them down a whole bunch.
I'd say
I'd probably give them
a D tier.
I don't know.
I don't really like them.
Probably D tier.
Their guns aren't even fun and interesting. Nigoxa.
Simple, classic.
He did shoulder blades right, and I like the merging of his sword into his flesh is really cool.
I think he's not good enough to be S tier though.
He's not good enough to be S
I think
tier.
he's strong A.
Yeah, I'd say strong A. We might be a little bit biased, but he's a little weird shoulder back.
He's kind of funky.
He's kind of
I like
funky.
when
He's
something's funky.
malformed in a cool,
Yeah.
in that, yeah.
I like when something's funky.
His hand's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's
It's like a spoon. Oh, Niflheim. Oh, we're not on this page. I think he's cool.
He's cool.
He's kind of boring.
His pose is kind of weird.
His pose is kind of weird. Why are you standing up, friend? Maybe he's trying to get more lung power.
Yeah, like that.
The details on him are incredible.
The curve doesn't really work for him on this model. I'd rather have him be like a straight kind of pose.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a B tier dragon.
Doesn't have it's not great for breathing. I love his eyes. The details. I think B or low A. This is great.
I could go low A. He's got such presence.
Such presence, and that detail work is phenomenal.
That kind of light blue undertone.
Yeah, it's great.
I think he's better than Hive.
Yeah, but not better than the Morrow Grubs.
You know he is better than the Grub. I think
he's better than the Gorilla. And the Knights. And that random Desperado. I don't think he's better than the Dwarf.
Okay. So we found the threshold.
Yeah. Niflheim. He's got so many abs. Better ninjas.
They're boring ninjas.
Faces aren't great.
They don't have any details on them, but they are better at being ninjas, and their boots are cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna give them D tier.
Oh, D tier. They're boring ninjas, but they 10 out of 10 would ninja again. Except their faces, which are very not ninja.
Yeah.
But whatever. One of them is a woman. I guess that's cool. This guy's had a long day and has a broken arm.
I wish they had kind of red katana holders.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Or red katanas.
Or
you and I are suckers for uniquely colored swords.
Yeah. Or simple to please.
So Evan, if you make another D&D character, make him have a unique color sword.
Or just not a sword at all.
Or not a sword at all.
I love these guys.
I like these guys.
That
They're
translucent red material.
Craggly.
My first
Obsidian guards.
experiences with Heroscape was the person was showing me had a red laser would show it through these guys.
I will say, the yellow looks like French fries. And that's a little off-putting for me.
Yeah, I think it's...
Also, obsidian is not red. It's black.
All right. Well,
I play Minecraft. Thank you very much.
That's going to be a B tier then for them. On account of that, I really like these guys, but...
Brave Arrow rules.
Yeah, sometimes...
They're cool, but now
they are cool, but
now it make me think of McDonald's.
Now I'm hungry.
I'm also hungry. You can go to my house and eat some cauliflower.
You mentioned that again. That sounds exciting.
It was surprisingly good. Zephan ate a lot of it.
Cool
Zephan
stuff.
is my husband. I like this guy's chunkiness.
Yeah, I like the chunky bellies. These guys are pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't really like them. They're like weird. I don't like them.
I don't know.
I don't understand them.
I don't know how they go from these cool looking like stormtrooper looking.
Like
guys.
how do you? What if there's a rock? You'll trip and then
like
that's
that
it.
guy's guns shooting up. I don't know. These guys are so small, but they aren't good at being small.
They're not good at being small. I would say a C or D
I
tier.
would give them D tier.
Your headphones. I'm sorry.
I'm probably gonna give them low D tier.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Right here.
I never really enjoyed them.
No, yeah, like.
Oh, take it. Now I'm starving. Thank you. Omnicron. Their name is really cool.
Repulsive.
All right, I think the one after this will be our last one.
Like these guys are so cool.
These guys are really cool.
They might be S tier.
No.
Probably high A tier.
They're kind of. They're fine. I like their bunnies on their back. I have hiccups now. Pause. Yeah. I do think it's funny how long their thighs are and just how little and stubby their calves are. How does that work?
I like them.
I like them too.
They look really on the battlefield.
I think they could be better though.
I don't know how you would make these guys better.
I think
they do a lot with
their boots are so big.
Yeah, they really pass the boot test.
B for boot.
I'm gonna give them A.
Low A.
I'm gonna give them low A for awesome.
Awesome. All right, I think that's where I might have to call it.
Right.
My husband has to wake up early tomorrow.
Well, we will call it there. Would you want to finish this off?
Yeah, absolutely. This seems fun.
Okay, yeah, this was really fun.
I feel like I might be the only person in Kansas who you could have this with.
Probably the only person in the immediate area that could talk to me about this for so long. But no, this was really fun. Thanks so much for going.
Of course, it was fun.
Anything you want to shout out before we dip?
My brother put a lot of work into this. You should check out his videos.
I can shout myself out.
I can also shout you out.
If you want to look at some cool art, you can follow her on Instagram at waywardnotions.com. And
I own it. What is my
waywardnotions.com?
Yeah, I own it.
No, on Instagram as Wayward Notions.
Wait, I actually have to check if that's my Instagram.
Oh, you might be noodle fingers on.
I thought I changed it. Give me a sec. I am having a lot of notifications. Wayward Notions 27.
Wayward Notions 27.
It's my favorite
Check her
number.
out. Great art she does. I'll have her back another time. She'll do maybe a live paint or live draw.
Oh, that'd be fun. I could draw Pokemon.
Or Pokemon or Heroscape figures or whatever.
Yeah.
Like.
Or just weird monsters.
Yeah.
That'll make you question.
You could draw like a weird monster, and I have to make a Heroscape card.
Yeah, I could do that. I've been working on shapes.
Yeah, I don't have a way to close this.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
That's how I end most conversations.
Bye.